So we're gonna. I tried to get my pass blue ribbon, but then I felt I'd be too much of a hipster. I couldn't even get the generic beer that had the top. So I'm just gonna be drinking out of bottles tonight.
What? There was no PBR to be had?
You know, it's just like the PBR felt like I'd be too much of a hipster if I get PBR.
Schlitz.
You know, because that's like they took it over and kind of killed it.
Okay.
Crack bourbon, nice.
Those hipster bastards.
Sons of
All right,
Schlitz.
so going around here, we are doing all things 80s, and a couple guys have already gotten a head start. Who's Americans got a head start. So,
I'm trying to.
Hey, how's my tape line here, Stefan? I want to make sure I'm in the frame.
let's take a look. Yeah, you are good in frame, buddy.
All right. Can I go any more to my left here? Can I?
Still good. Yeah, you're still good in frame. Your outer edge of the tape is touching the outer edge of the small window, so you could go another width of the tape if you need it.
All right, I think I'm good. Whew. Okay. Oh.
Philip, you good?
Yep. I'm good. You do introductions. I'm going to get me a Red Bull.
All right.
So don't do anything weird while I'm gone.
Well, weirder.
Let's see how funky we can get, man. You hearing me okay? Do I need to move my mic anywhere?
No, it sounded good to me.
All right.
Not hearing any bitching yet from everybody out there and them internets. No, it's not all big trouble. Just the T-shirt and Philip's art. Hey, Carl, you gonna give up what you're doing, or you want to wait till people can kind of feel it out?
Well, I thought I'd team up Mad Max and Snake Plissken.
Can you push your art just a smidge to the right? Boom, there you go.
A pencil. I had a pencil once. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I commit to a bit, Murray. Yeah, if I say I'm doing something, I do it.
Hey, Murray, what's going on, man?
Let's go, buddy. Although the bleach has really frizzed my hair. That's the only problem. I'll have to get it all shaved off. It's like so brittle now.
The proper way to handle that's peroxide. Like Margaret Houlihan used to do.
Yeah. No, Carl and Mike aren't doing a blind shootout. It's all ages. My hair is just like falling in front of my face now.
So I also would like the record to show that I did not know there was a moratorium on Big Trouble in Little China until much too late.
Yes. So there was no Jack Burton on it, so I gave it a pass.
Okay.
I allowed it.
Philip got himself some special dispensation.
Yep. God help you when I finish these 2 Red Bulls, by the way. All right, how are we doing this, boys?
So what's been going on with you guys? Mike, what have you been up to, man? Other than killing those covers every day. What's up with the Joker cover going to 2-day auction? Is he just not wanting to tell me, or did we lose him?
Trying to find my pencil. Sorry. I literally can't find my pencil. It's
that's what she said.
I don't know idea what's going on. I don't know where it is.
Did the dog eat it?
Check behind your ear.
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, we're good. Sorry, Stefan. I missed the first part of what you were saying there.
I was just asking what you were doing besides killing those covers every week. But then I asked why the Joker cover was a 2-day auction instead of a 1-day. I thought I was going to sneak in and win that today. And
you know what?
It goes till Sunday. I was like, damn it.
It's technically I guess it's technically a 2-day auction. Only that I did post it probably at like 1 a.m. I think last night. So it was technically Saturday. So I always have them end the next day at noon. But yeah, I just wanted to get it in early because I knew today was going to be a bit of a crazy day. So, with everything locked down, it's you got to take your shots to get the stuff that you need. And I was just trying to coordinate getting my new chair, which I actually still haven't had time to build yet. So I'm sitting on my old backbreaker 9000 here as I draw with you guys tonight, but it'll be okay. But next week I'll have a proper spine, or next time I'm back anyway, I'll have a proper spine and I'll be in better shape to draw. But yeah, it's getting bad. Like it's starting to twist up my knees. So it's time for a new chair. I deserve it. So.
Yeah. So
right.
There was supposed to be an update to the webpage with sales and stuff for today, but never heard back from Justin on it. So this will be a commercial-free episode. So
Ooh.
yeah, basically this is Shit Show 2.0, which
This is a
works out convenient
pay-per-view
that
episode.
both Philip and Carl are back for this one.
Yeah.
I would prefer to call it the pay-per-view edition of our show.
The pay-per-view?
Yeah, minus the pay.
Minus the pay. Okay. Yeah, Barry, it's Lopan and the Three Storms. So if Justin comes lurking in here, maybe he can pop in and put the password up there to get access, because I can't even get access to the store. I have no idea what's on sale tonight.
I know he's having a bit of a long day setting up in Winnipeg for his in-person show that he's doing this weekend. So I think he's just getting everything all set up for that. And I think it's been a bit of a, well, it's just, I'm trying to imagine what it would be like to set up for a show right now. I don't think I've got the brain power to even manage that thought. So, yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. I'll let him slide this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that way I don't have to pressure people to buy things and.
Who would want that?
I know. Yeah, but he does so much better at the commercial breaks than I do.
Okay.
Well, I do have one item available tonight that you already know about, so that'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do have art auctions. For you
Yeah.
guys. Just nothing from Big Country, because
Right.
Yeah, it's Shit Show 2.0. So.
By the way, because of this show, I can't get that song out of my head, by the way.
What show? What song?
Big Country from Big
Yeah.
Country.
Oh my God.
Oh, now it's in my head forever. Great.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I remember it, but I don't remember it. So I guess it's
Oh,
enough.
wait. Oh, it haunts you once you hear it
Oh, yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
It's in there, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
been going through my head for the last 15 minutes, so I'll fess up to that.
Well, we'll blame that one on Justin too, then.
Everything wrong with our lives is Justin caused.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Justin is, but I am perfectly capable of blaming him for all my foibles.
That's true, because both times you've been on the show, he has not. So. Yeah.
I mean, I might start taking it a little personal.
Oh no, I'm
They
thinking
are
you
each other's
you won the
poker
lottery.
Ooh, ow.
Ow.
Yeah. Hey, he's not here. If he wants to be here to defend himself, he should show up. Yeah, that's how we Americans roll. We attack the Canadians when they're not there. You know that. You know that, Mike.
The opinions of Stefan do not necessarily reflect those of all Americans, but they probably do.
Alicia wants to thank you for putting that song in her head now.
Always looking out for you, homie. First of all, Alicia needs to thank us when we get that GoFundMe going, so she can have that that self-transforming Optimus Prime coming up soon.
Oh, that is ridiculous. How
$700.
No, thanks.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll buy a couple iRobot vacuum cleaners for that and actually get something that works. I'll have a robot that actually does something for me.
It is the definition of a one-trick pony.
And I say that with the guy with 2 Cookiezillas behind me, but you gotta know when to say when.
Really though?
Say what?
Do you really have to?
I have 3.
Oh, okay, that might be excessive. Well played.
Yeah, I have the red, the blue, and I have the DIY one that I'm sending off to a buddy of Mike's to paint up and sculpt. We're turning it into something different. And I got those damn Godzillas for my garden, thanks to you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, those were awesome, man. I took a look at those.
I know.
We were talking like what, like garden gnomes? Like is that
Yeah,
what they are?
they're only like 6 inches tall or 7 inches tall. They're not very tall, but they're meant for like succulents, and that's like all I've got outside my office windows. Like I got a couple pineapples and a bunch of succulents.
I have one that's a bear. It's got like this one has. Oh, unless we're talking about something different. Those little things you have the plants in the back. You know.
Yeah, similar to that. Yeah. But it's Godzilla.
It's Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use specific succulents to make the spines.
Ah, I got you. Well, mine is just a bear with spines.
All right, so Mike, what are you doing for your 80s theme?
So man, I had a bunch of different ideas. I was actually thinking more movies at first. I was going to go with like Lord Humongous, or I thought about Molaram from Temple of Doom. That was really like Erica was like, yeah, do that one. Like she loves that movie, that character, that whole thing. I love that they did a joke about that on that Space War. Was it called a Space Force show that they had on Netflix? Anyway.
Oh yeah.
I decided to go with cartoons once I knew that was an option, and I decided that it would be cool to do Groon the Destroyer from Thundercats, and it's also partially due to the fact that I recently acquired my old Groon the Destroyer action figure from my childhood, which unfortunately doesn't have any of the cool accessories that he came with, but his ridiculous power action still works. You know, he can still do that, which is handy. But he came with an awesome mace and a cool kind of spiked brass knuckles. And anyway, I just always loved the character, so I'm drawing him today.
Very cool. And well, so I know how Philip came to the Big Trouble in Little China Low Pan idea. You know, just on the fly, but, so Carl, what brought you to do your mashup that you are now doing?
Linda and I were sitting there on the couch, and she was giving me shit for my way too deep cut last time. With Miss Piggy as to bring. So she started just she took her phone and she started going through all the stuff that she knew I liked. And she wandered through Blade Runner, and then she hit Jack Burton. I'm like, oh, that would be good. And then she pulled up Mad Max, and I'm like, all right, that's it. We got that. We got them. And I've got Mad Max, and he's strangling. You know, I don't know the name of that character. The character with that really crazy hair, the one that traded Cabby for the cassette tape.
Yeah, it was so long since I've seen. I'd have to go back. I have to admit, I don't have that movie frame by frame memorized like other Burton movies or other Russell movies.
So, yeah, I thought I'd mix those two guys up just a bit. And my challenge is going to be making him look reasonably like Mel Gibson, because every time I drew him, he looked like a young Bill Shatner.
I mean, that's a thought.
I didn't like that. I prefer to believe I have a modicum of talent. So,
I mean, those of us who are fancy like saying modicum.
Well, I can't help it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's see if I can pull it off here.
I always loved this character, Groon the Destroyer, because I don't know if you guys are familiar at all, but if you know anything about the Thundercats, he brings up an interesting debate because he is also from Thundera. He's also like a cat person, like the Thundercats, except he has a muzzle like a lion, whereas they have regular people faces. So it kind of brings up the whole like, is Pluto the same kind of dog as Goofy, or is Goofy like a whole other bipedal species that's not a dog? You know, it brings up that question, like, why does he have an actual lion muzzle, whereas Lion-O, who's named after a lion, does not?
You know, I was laying awake at night last night.
Yeah, right?
So I gotta tell you, now that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days. I'm not even lying. I mean, I'd like to, but I'm gonna be thinking about that one.
Well, my work is done then.
That's right.
So I ended up getting new pens from Jet Crack. And I'm kind of enjoying it, but it's just really weird the way it works. I mean, I think most people just call it jet pens.
I got you. Yeah, that's awesome. What kind of pen are they, sorry?
They're Pentel. I gotta look at the name. It's called the Pentel Pilot. Stall for time. The Pentel Pilot Tradio Pullman.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's a pretty nice pen.
That's
It's
fancy.
It really does, and you actually, to get what I need, you actually have to twist the point as you're writing with it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's just so you can get like your different thickness. So it's not pressure based entirely. It's mostly how you handle your points, which is very weird.
That is, yeah.
It means you actually are thinking way more than you normally would when you're inking. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's like that thing when you're working. You got this pen that you like, and it's your last one, and you're working through to the end of it, and then it becomes a different thing as it begins to fade and fray and change. But then you can only use it as in that format. Like I love these basic Pigma brush pens, like the beige ones. Just but they wear out pretty quick. Like I might get a half a day of drawn like kind of fine details, faces, fingernails, little things like that. But eventually it just becomes a shading brush and a texture brush. But now it's at this perfect spot where I get these real dusty lines. So if I want to make something, kind of like dark and shiny, like to give like a chrome effect, I can get that, I can still push that dark base out, but then I can just kind of like feather this kind of light brushy line out. And I don't know, man. Now I want this to stay like this forever, but it's actually in its last days. It's actually the sad swan song of one of these.
The last full measure.
I have a hard time throwing away old pens. They still can make a mark that you need. Probably, you might just. So I have like different hierarchies of tape and stuff that I put on them. Like, green tape means almost dead. It's just a weird little system.
Yeah.
Looks like Stefan is ready for some dusty lines. Indeed. Right.
Yeah. So I figured I'd really just harm myself and do something with 3 figures in it now.
Oh,
there you go.
Obviously, you are bored.
No.
Challenge. That's all. He doesn't respect us, Philip. That's all it is.
I recognize that. Disrespectful. Sum them up.
All right, guys. Here's a quick little survey. If you're serving detention on a Saturday, would you be a jock, the spaz, The homecoming queen, the freak, or the burnout?
Freak.
No, take some time to think about it, Carl.
The sad part is he.
It like going back to when you were in high school, not today, but when you were in high school, what would you have been?
Probably the homecoming queen.
That's what I was getting off you. That was the vibe. Yeah.
I mean,
No, I was probably more like I don't know. In high school, I was pretty sad sight in high school, man. I'd probably say I was more like the nerdy redhead kid. Which one was he again? The one that he's in there for cheating on a test or something. I would have been that guy.
Yeah. So you would have been the spaz, the nerd. Yeah, that's where I would have been too.
But not like a smart nerd. I would have been like the Ralph Wiggum nerd who's just like
the creepy one.
like, oh man, how did this guy even make it to high school? Like, I would have been that guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Jay would have been a burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Oh,
now in that area, would that be a skid or would that be a burnout? Are you in the area that the skid term is used?
Me?
No, I was talking to Jay at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you? You would have been the burnout?
No, I actually, unfortunately, would have been the jock but I was actually a weird one. I was let me do as much crap as I can so it looks good on my college transcript, because I am told that is why my life would be so much better. And then at the end of high school, I would realize that it was a fail. So I wouldn't necessarily be the burnout, but I'd just be the angry youth who just pretty much felt like he just wasted his whole life because he spent all of it trying to achieve a goal that was pointless. So
you would have been the Al Bundy, is what you're getting at?
yeah, exactly.
I threw 7 touchdowns in one game.
In one game, and that's all I have to show for it.
I blew up my knee in grade 9 on the first day of football practice, and I never ever went back again.
You blew out your knee at 9 years old. What were you doing?
No, we don't get
ninth grade.
high school here. Like I was in grade 9, so I was like 9th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
Is 9th grade first year of high school in Canada too, or is that like last
Yeah.
year? Okay.
We have like junior high 7 and 8, but then 9 is the first of high school.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
But Quebec
same
is
thing.
different. In Quebec, it's always different. So I think high school is technically grade 7 in high school. They I don't know.
Okay, because then I was going to really be worried about the Canadian educational system. Let's that happen to a child.
Yeah, it's. I grew up in kind of a sporty town, so it was not a good place for a nerd like me to try to survive. I did try, but yeah, it was not a valiant effort. I don't think it'll be described that way anyway. But I did want to be a wrestler though. Like I really did. I dreamed of being a wrestler.
That was
And,
mine, yeah.
And I was on the wrestling team in high school, but I had this weird I eventually had to get braces because I had this kind of situation with my eye teeth that I had to get corrected, and I ended up literally wearing a mask, like one of those protective padded masks, so that I can. But you just get that twisted around your eyebrows, and that's it. You're done. And I'd pack my braces with wax so that I could wrestle, but I'd still get all carved up because people were dicks, and I don't know. I wasn't the right wrestler. Like I was kind of like the skinny fat guy, So I had I was heavy, but I was not strong for my weight. So I just kind of got brutalized because I was in the 167 weight class. So I was wrestling against guys who looked like they were just grown men, and I just got murdered. I just got murdered. I never won a single match, and after a year of just being being the kid, the guy in the team that everyone kind of hates for bringing the average down, I eventually just decided to pack it in because I didn't feel welcome there. But so I just decided at that point wrestling was not the kind of dream I was gonna gonna chase after, and I just stuck with art. It was either gonna be art or pro wrestling. That was it. That was my
So you gave up pro wrestling for the, shall we say, the rock star lifestyle of the artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not questioning your choices, but
No, that's pretty close to what it was, though. Yeah, Mike does need braces. Dental plan. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Thank you, Neil.
Yeah, I had the wrestling dreams as well. Had it all planned out with a buddy of mine, Steve Shin. We're gonna be the Birds of Prey.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's a good name, especially in the '80s.
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah. I was Talon. He was Screaming Eagle.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. We had like the whole thing laid out. We had all our moves. We had our finishing moves. The big things. Yeah. As we would do as a tag team. Oh yeah.
I love it.
I mean, this is an apropos discussion as WrestleMania is this weekend.
Yeah. I was telling Charles I know we're not going to see him tonight because WrestleMania, but he didn't watch WrestleMania last year. He's not watching it this year. It's like.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Half the reason I was late was I was debating if I should watch WrestleMania or do this show.
Yeah, that's why.
But I decided. I promised.
So I've got Peacock going up above you guys. So
I mean, I did promise you before I promised Vince McMahon. So.
Yeah, you got to look at your calendar before you agree to these things.
So have you heard the joy of WWE? This is actually not really joy. It cracks me up. So apparently the WWE, for those who care, is on Peacock Network, and which is NBC.
Yeah.
On paper, it looked like a really good idea, except for one thing. The Peacock Network is basically a family-friendly show.
Yep.
The WWE calls themselves a family-friendly, but let's just say over the years that was not always the case.
Nope.
Yeah. There were some storylines there that I would not call family-friendly for sure.
No. Like time Vince McMahon went against God, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, or anytime Triple H went against Stephanie.
You mean getting her drunk and marrying her in Las Vegas?
I'm sure, that, and, tossing her around. Yeah. There's a lot going on there.
But the one edit which I enjoy, so I don't know how far I'll go back, but Roddy Piper, who is well known, was fighting a wrestler by the name of Bad News Brown.
Yeah.
Who was an African-American gentleman. And Roddy decided to come out not in full blackface, half blackface.
So he was doing like a Gemini?
Yes.
Yeah, like his
Okay.
whole body was black. Yeah.
Whew, kind of skirting that though. That's
I literally went, oh my God, I forgot about that moment. I'm not even mad about that particular option. I feel like you could let some things go.
Well, yeah. I mean, he read it off as a Star Trek fan, He was Yeah, that was. Oof.
Yeah,
It is right.
man. Everyone. And the funny part was, every fan was like, "Yeah, that's legit. That's a good call right there." I mean, it looked good on paper, and in 1986, I suppose it was fine.
Yeah. But, I mean, as long as 86 it was okay, I guess. No one's gonna think about it too much. Yeah. 2000 and beyond, that would have been a tough call to make.
Well, it's funny, like, you say 1986, and I remember I sat and watched Big Trouble in Little China with Erica for the first time last year, 2 years ago, and within the first 15 seconds, her jaw hit the floor, and she turned, with a battle in Chinatown or whatever it was, and she turns and she looks at me, and I was kind of like, it was 1986.
What part made her jaw hit the ground?
Well, just the whole the constructed just the common racism that existed in all the films from that time that existed for them and just existed at the same time.
No, and I'm not being a dick. I'm actually asking what specifically was it? Because here's the thing, I don't know if you've ever been to Chinatown or not, but we have a huge population of Asian people in our country. But it is right next to the shipping yards, and so it looks like that. is legit what Chinatown looks like.
Oh yeah, no,
So
I get that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to figure out like what part like was the because granted you're looking at it with 2019 eyes.
Well, then that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was saying. Yeah, but there's just that movie's got some problematic moments in it, the same way any movie from that year pretty much does. Like, it's just the way it is, right? So, I don't know that I could cite anything specific in this moment, just because it's been a while since I've seen it. But, it's one of those things where it's like, wow, they really got a lot of. I mean, you don't even have to go back that far. I mean, you can go back 10 years ago and just be like, holy shit, that made it into a film. Like, what did we watch? We watched. I think it was a couple. Yeah, I guess it's going back 20 years. But we watched, Idiocracy or whatever, and I was like, holy shit, this movie. I mean, the use of certain slur words you just simply can't use anymore in any kind of context. We're just thrown around nonstop in the film. So it's just, things change, right? And so you really see that how much they've changed in a movie like Big Trouble in a year like 1986.
Well, I mean not to sound like Bill Maher too much here, but I do have problems when people look back with the reverse goggles.
Oh yeah, that's why I wasn't. I was saying it was 1986.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like, there are times. There are certain things that you just don't say ever, but
sure,
there are other things that's like okay, you have to kind of take the time and place and to understand like what you're getting is basically like a time capsule of that era. So.
Well, and it's like that Roddy Piper match. That was I remember from my perspective, like. Because I was a fan of Bad News Allen or Bad News Brown as he was known to WF. Like I grew up watching Stampede, where he was like the legendary bad guy up here, beating the crap out of the Hart brothers and stuff. And Dynamite Kid. His matches with Dynamite Kid would bend your whole head apart. But seeing a guy like that, and then having a Canadian like Roddy Piper being already a hero here. The intention behind what he did in that match was clear to us, and it was not it did not to us seem like a harmful one. But I'm a white guy watching this stuff, right? Like I saw what he was trying to do was that he doesn't believe he has friends and he in walks of life that he intersects with that are he loves equally is white or black or yellow or blue or whatever his whole gimmick was at the time. But like that was really a step too far. For sure, but at the time, being like 11 or something like that, watching it, I got what he was trying to do. So I don't feel like it was harmful to me in that context. But again, I'm talking as a white guy. Like I can't even imagine. Like I don't, you know what I mean?
And I mean, keep in mind also, I'm not one to go those things shouldn't be used or like I know what the classic movie channel's taking a hit because let's face it, most of their movies, if you look at them now, are considered problematic.
Sure.
But it's not about getting rid of them. It's more like learning from them.
Yeah.
Because it's like now you can like, okay, yeah, that is something we will never do again.
Yep.
So I don't really think there's like a like inherent problem in like keeping them around. As long as they're not like romanticized, but more of a learning tool for everyone.
Yeah, I was about to say, use it as like, hey, okay, history. This, it's not repeated.
Well, it's like if you read any of the early like Robert E. Howard stuff, like the first Conan books. I mean, they all come with a disclaimer now. Like this was written in 1926. When people believed a certain way, and it wasn't just the bad guys who believed that way. It was pretty much the entire world, the entire like a massive population was thinking in a certain direction and accepting these things as facts and writing it into their fiction. And so you listen to some stuff that's pretty problematic in those old Conan books, but it's just I'm glad they have the disclaimer, and but I sit and I grimace listening to it. Like I've got a couple of those Conan books on audiobook, and it is. Like it hurts the ears to hear what that man wrote down in some cases, right? Like it's pretty brutal. So yeah.
What'd Grimace ever do to you, man?
I mean, he did snitch on the Hamburglar. That's why
true.
we don't see him on TV
That's
anymore.
right. Yeah, Grimace should
That's why
have
they-
some stitches.
I mean, that's why we don't see the Hamburglar on TV anymore.
Oh man! Now I'm visualizing Grimace like meeting Mayor McCheese like in some shady ass alley. Dropping the dime. Okay, here's how it's gonna go out. You know.
When we arrest everyone, we'll arrest you too, so they don't know.
Exactly. You know, the little fry guys rolling with them. Oh man.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got real serious there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I tried to bring Grimace into it because you know that
Lighten it up a wee bit there. Yeah. No, but it's that is pretty funny that like a family network is playing the WWE content from that era because that.
Yeah. They are not.
Oh, not no. But are they doing it in part? Like I've heard they're clipping whole things out of WrestleManias for sure because there were some pretty out there angles. You know, I heard they're clipping an awful lot, but
they are cutting out whole swaths of matches and certain wrestlers, and like literally the WrestleMania you grew up with is not going to be there unless you live outside the country.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there going to be any of it left when they finish editing it down?
Well, that's the funny part. If you actually have the network, WWE Network, and you are not in North America, you get it unedited because they still have their own network. It's just anyone in the U.S. and Canada and Mexico who pretty much get their stuff edited. So the content is still there. So it's just, you know, I imagine the American bootleg industry is probably going to be a little huge for a while. Yeah, got that Roddy Piper Bad News Brown you looking for.
Tim, if Justin was here to run the show in my absence, I would definitely go next door and ask my neighbors for some sugar, dressed like this.
Yeah, they probably would cut most of the Attitude Era out, Neil. You're right, but you know, I'll be honest with you. I kind of cut that out in a lot of ways myself. There was a lot of good stuff, but a lot of what I loved about the Attitude Era was stuff that a lot of those wrestlers had already done in WCW that was just being rehashed in WWE, you know? So, like, I watched Cactus Jack do all that wild shit before he ever showed his face in WWE. I was a fan watching that guy get murdered as a jobber for the first several years of his career. He was literally my favorite guy in the program, and I went into it every week knowing he was going to lose. And when he finally turned on his tag team partner that day after they lost to the Steiners or something like that, he turned on his tag team partner, and they gave him about 4 minutes just murdering the guy. And he started doing all those crazy things that we all knew he could do. And after that, man, he was just like mid card. And a year after that, he was fighting Vader for the belt. Like it was, and then you know they snatched him up like after the ECW stuff that happened. But yeah, man, I don't know. I loved a lot of that Attitude Era stuff, but like I said, I'd already feel like I'd seen the best of those performers. You know, like Stone Cold Steve Austin was its own thing for sure. I really enjoyed him as Stunning Steve and as one half of the Hollywood Blondes. Like him and Pillman were a sensational tag team in WCW. So you know, it was a good era, man. I feel like I grew up watching the best wrestling, like in the NWA WCW, and like between '89 and '91 was just off the chain.
Yeah, that was like because like still to this day my favorite. Like nothing's better than Razor Ramon and Diesel. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time you say that, man, I'm like, oh, yep, someone's gonna get hit with a chair.
Here's the thing I love most about Razor Ramon, the entire concept.
Yeah.
We discuss everything that's wrong. I'm sitting there going, to this day we are still okay with Razor Ramon getting flat. That is literally a testament to a gimmick right there. Yep. I'm like, yeah. I know what you're saying, but
yeah, I love the gimmick that he did because like my second favorite after him was Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah,
because like especially when he fucking started trolling Tombstone. No, yeah, and he was and when Tombstone went to become the American Badass like with Kid Rock and that stupid shit.
The Undertaker, yes.
Undertaker,
yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, Undertaker. Thank you. I was getting mixed up with my Marvel. And but when Kurt Angle comes out on the freaking moped and the yeah,
That was so good.
oh yeah, it was great.
The milk truck stuff, all that. I mean, Angle was a natural, man. That guy was unbelievable. And the fact that he's also probably the best wrestler in terms of just wrestling ability, literally Olympic wrestler, gold medalist. Like that. I mean, he brought that to the ring. Like the guy was unbelievable. I would have loved to have seen him in his prime against, guys like Bret Hart in their prime, or guys like even Owen. Well, we got to see some Owen Hart matches, but man, the guy was unbelievably good. I hope he comes back again. I hope he comes back one more time. No, he wanted to, man. I know he looked like dump like the last time he was on WCW, but he's WWE. Like in the when they retired him against that was Baron Corbin or whatever. I don't even know. That was such a shame that they did that because I think he had a lot to give still, and I think he's going to show people up yet. I don't know.
I mean,
all right. Well, hey, I'm going to interrupt you guys, and we're going to do our first auction here because I realize.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is why Justin needs to be here because I don't do this part very well. I'll just sit there and gab all night and go, "Oh, yeah, we're supposed to sell shit." So what the first one we'll do is for Mike's auction. We got a Dodge number 1, page 19 original art. But the auction also comes with cover A, which that's your cover, right, Mike? Cover A?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And cover B from Kelly Williams, which apparently is a hard chased one to get. Is that right?
Yeah. It was pretty rare, and our first batch of Dodge books, we got half of our print was kind of destroyed, so a lot of Kelly's didn't make the journey to the other side of the bridge, so to speak, and so we only had a few, and so they're a little more rare.
Mike, can I just say that's real convenient for those who may be hoarding it in the background there, trying to corner the market on the Kelly market.
Hey man, if you got that cover, it's a nice cover. I'm gonna buy the original one day. It's a beautiful piece, but
yeah, it's cool. It is a cool piece, yeah.
I love Kelly's work though. Kelly is like one of those dudes who should be, working on every horror book there is. Like the guy is so good.
All right. So we're gonna start this auction at $50, and we'll run it for the standard 10 minutes.
Yeah, this was a fun page. This was a fun page to do.
So, after that, can we do the poll of which artist do we most likely think would be in jail if it wasn't for comics?
we can do that now while this is going on.
I love that sounds doable.
Yeah, we can do two things at once.
So here's my thing. So I don't think he'd be in jail, but I do think he would be the one arresting people. And for the one most likely to arrest folks, probably Mike Grell. I honestly see him as like some strange like Canadian Ranger or something, based on the stories I have heard.
Oh man, I know. Yeah, like that time he brought a gun to the meeting.
Yes,
put it on the table. Like just going through his art bag, through his supplies. Puts his big like a huge cannon, like a 357.
I think it was they say it was a 357, but I think it was around that time. Yeah.
And he just casually pulled it out and put it on the table while he was going through his bag and right about to talk about what he was going to get paid.
I'm sure it was an accident.
Oh yeah. He's a badass, man. That guy's like one of those like horseback archery dudes. Like he's a freak that way, man. He's amazing.
But actually going to jail, artist-wise, there's so many. I could probably see Rob Liefeld going to jail, but like for some kind of weird, like something weird, like stealing farm animals. And putting it on people and like putting it on other people's lawns, thinking it's hilarious.
Rob Denner just said Rob Liefeld right before you did too, so I'm curious on why he said that. But I wonder if there's some farm animal story there that he knows about.
I was guessing. I did not even. I got no proof of that man's farm life.
My pick would probably be Simon Bisley, only because I almost went to jail with him one night, and that was about as close a call as I needed to have. in that kind of state. But man, that was a good time. But yeah, no, he's a wild man. He's a fun guy. He doesn't give a shit.
I mean, my second choice was Grant Morrison, but
Well, yeah, he'll be there eventually. Somebody just for drug use.
basically any British artist and writer in general. And yes,
Well, like every single one of them drink, right?
yes. And yes, I'm including Neil Gaiman in that. If anyone's curious, I don't care what anyone says. He ain't that nice.
You've got a huge list of people that you want to see in jail.
Yeah.
What's going on here? You got a comic book vendetta going on here.
I'm getting into business somehow. If I got to put everyone in jail,
Eliminate the competition.
Yeah.
So Alicia's voting for Carl.
Oh,
Jesus.
nice.
Does she know something we don't?
What?
Rob Denner's reason is he just gets the impression that Rob is the Corey Taylor of comics. And likes to run his mouth.
I mean, it could be Corey Feldman. That's always one.
Yeah, Corey Feldman. I was gonna say maybe, but yeah, I don't
No,
know.
Corey Taylor.
I'm not sure I know who Corey Taylor is.
Yeah. Mhm.
He's from Slipknot, right? Or no, Stone
Oh.
Sour. Yeah, Slipknot,
Oh,
Stone
okay.
Sour. Yeah. So,
See,
I guess,
he's
yeah.
way smarter than the rest of us. He is way too with it.
oh, hey, Wesley. Hey, Wesley just jumped in and bid. He put down 65. He's coming in hot. Someone got their stimulus check late, I guess.
The stimmy.
They got the stimmy. Yep. Yeah, a good chunk of mine went to Canada too.
A good chunk of mine went to Bills.
Big chunk of mine is about to go to Bills.
Mm-hmm.
About to go where?
To Bills.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I cut this mine just to pay my taxes because doing that freelance life, gotta pay it.
Oh yeah, man. It's a dream.
I got lucky though. We got bumped and we don't have to do our taxes now till May. So
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
You're
nice.
I can drag my feet just a little longer.
And you will.
And I will, yes.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Shamelessly, I will, yes.
Oh, wait. Okay, Carl, you haven't actually said who you think would be in jail. Although apparently someone voted for you.
I really haven't had that much experience with a lot of other artists enough to, imagine them in jail. I mean, back in the day, I got to hang out with James Obar, and the main thing I pegged him as is not a good dude for a suicide hotline. You know?
I feel like that's a story that needs to be shared, sir.
But I really didn't.
Mhm.
I didn't know very many artists that struck me as jail material.
Well, I know one that would have been in jail had he stayed in comics.
Mhm.
So,
Are you allowed to say who?
oh yeah, he doesn't go on the internet. He'll never see this. Mitch Bird.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Who?
Mitch Bird.
Hmm.
Had he stayed in comics, his ass would have been in jail. Yeah, he's such a low key guy until he's not.
Really?
Yeah, and when he gets to that point to the not, oh yeah, I would stay clear of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Are we
seen-
talking alcohol induced?
No,
or
just
if you mess with him.
Just when you push him too far. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
he got pushed too far by an editor.
Mm-hmm.
He went across the desk.
Words were exchanged.
Oh no, more than words were exchanged. Now Wesley got 3 more minutes on the auction, bud.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, he went across the desk at the editor, and they had to basically pry his fingers off of him.
From his cold dead hands.
Yeah, it was gonna get rough. So But like I said, just a sweet, sweet dude. Otherwise, just you can only push him so far, though. Oh, Paul jumped in with the big money. Oh, $100.
Ooh, snaking,
Oh,
snake,
I gotta
snaking in
yeah.
the auction.
My editor on come on, let me think.
Use your words.
I got a lot going on. Yeah, I use my words. On Motorhead was escorted out of Dark Horse
Really?
for doing a Mitch Bird.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we're down to 2 minutes, and I believe I'll double check. Paul, Paul is still in the lead with 100. Oh,
Right on.
I think it just started raining. Oh, this is not Jack Burton, by the way. This is like pure, like glam band lead singer, glorious hair. They have yet to make like a good enough mullet to replicate Jack Burton's mullet in Big Trouble in Little
I
China.
think it's safe to say they will never achieve that level of mastery.
No, I mean that it's if I could grow hair like that, I would actually grow hair like that. It is so fucking good.
I mean, the mullet is coming back in multiple forms.
Well, if you lived in Wisconsin, it never left.
I had an
My entire
mullet.
family, there's always somebody with a mullet. Like since I was born in '71, somebody had a mullet in that family.
So it's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. For every generation, there's a mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had one, but those photos are not available at the moment.
I just want to
seriously.
give props to Barry for bringing up Steel Panther real quick. So.
Nice. I can always count on Barry. Barry's the guy that figured out I was drawing Gruen the Destroyer from my the conversation on Facebook. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, Jeremy jumped in real quick. 105. We're down to like the last 30 seconds.
Dang.
Yep. Of course, I have to look forward. My glasses, I can't see my other monitors. Because they're not polarized screens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to look at what's going on. I have to kind of lean. All right, coming down here.
Well, I got to tell you, Burton's hair never struck me as quite as a mullet.
It's a
It
little
was
bit of a
just-
mullet. Because it
was just his hair grown, his hair grown out.
All right, I think
Jeremy?
can't see shit. All right, so we're down to 13 seconds in their time.
All right.
Is anybody gonna come in?
Yeah.
I'm getting all love here for Fabulous Freebirds to Def Leppard and Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah. Freebirds, man.
That was
That was a team.
honestly, the Freebirds will always hold a special place in my heart because if anyone remembers, they were in Highlander.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. They were. Yep. I remember that very well. I jumped out of my chair when I saw that, man.
Mhm.
Nice. All right, so we sold to Jeremy.
Right on.
All right.
Thank you, Jeremy. It'll be in the mail.
105. He's gonna get the throw that back on screen real quick, just so you can see it.
Jeremy, let me know in the comments if you also have issue 2, because if you haven't got issue 2, I'll throw in one of those for you for free.
Ooh.
A whole story, man. Well, whole story so far. We got issue 3. I've been drawing issue 3 all week, and I got issue 4 still to draw. And yeah, we're hoping. I'm hoping to have it all kind of wrapped up this summer if I can. The first 4 issues. That'd be sweet. We'll see. But yeah, let me know if you have a number 2, and if you don't, I will include one with your mail.
Look at you playing to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he does not have issue 2.
All right.
He
Well,
missed
now
that
you do.
Kickstarter.
Now you do.
GGJ, GNR.
I had a rat tail, Alicia. I'm sorry. I know it's gross. I had an epic rat tail. I had a mullet that eventually got kind of trimmed a little bit too far back on the sides. and my mullet had been. My hair is so thick, it's like super afro, so I had to get it thinned out with like one of those thinning shears. So I had
Like
like
you use on sheep.
I had like
Yeah, I was going to have you beat me to that.
I had that sheet of hair. My mullet was long, and it was like a straight sheet of red hair. And then eventually that just turned into a rat tail, which I might grossly still have somewhere in a drawer here. But it was quite long. It turned into one of those kind of monk-style ones that was coming out the back of my head, But it was a pretty long braid. Because fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a code tonight? I don't know. Is there a code tonight, Stefan? I guess not, eh?
I think that might be a Justin move.
That might be a Justin thing, yeah. Hopefully Justin can jump on for a minute later. Yeah, you might be right, Neil. Yeah, he might be, so he can bid.
Sorry,
Not sure.
Wait. Oh, yeah, Justin skipping the show so he can bid? No, doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Like most places say to Justin, his money's no good here.
Like, yeah, a little bit.
I got to keep bouncing around this paper. I'm laying down so much ink, it's kind of.
I think someone told you like how to prevent it from like slipping all over the place. Only you would have listened.
Listen, what?
Yeah.
Carl has no time for logic right now.
Nope. Because I'm going to prison, apparently.
Technically projected to go to prison.
Yeah, it's like a yearbook thing, the most likely to go in prison.
But I believe in you, Carl. You can break the cycle.
Of myself, the cycle of one.
It's a small turn.
The tight little circle.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting some weird WWE updates here from Neil.
Please do not spoil it for me.
No, this isn't a spoiler, but it's funny to see because they're doing the anthem as a rock song, and the singer has nothing but chest showing.
Oh.
Okay. That seems on brand.
Yeah. All I'm picturing now is the saxophone player from Tina Turner's band and for the Thunderdome song. We don't need another hero.
I think the only time I've actually enjoyed a musical guest on WWE is when Motorhead showed up.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
They played Triple H to the ring 3 times, I think, right? At least 2 times. At least 2 times. Both times he lost. Which Lemmy thought was hilarious. But
I mean, let's think about it this way. No one really cared at that point.
No.
I was like, what? Okay, I'm going to watch this for once.
That's the only thing. That's, to me, like, this may make some people angry. Never been a Triple H fan, but the thing that I thank him the most for is for getting some paychecks into the pockets of Motorhead.
Yeah.
And then bringing a whole new generation of young people who love that theme song and the Evolution theme song and the other shit that they wrote for WWE. Lemmy was a prolific songwriter as well, so he's a guy that got the paycheck for a lot of those songs, and it was a game changer in his life. So I'll always.
He was also like, apparently he was like one of the nicest people in the world.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, for sure he was. Yep.
Apparently, like. So Lemmy was a smoker. Like, I don't mean like a one time. I mean like literally, Marlboro Man smoker.
He made Kirstie Alley look like she didn't smoke.
Yeah.
And apparently, I forgot. I can't remember who he was visiting with, and so because like apparently you just didn't tell him not to smoke, but this one person, and I can't remember whose famous person it was, he comes in with his kid, and Lemmy like immediately like threw away his cigarettes.
Yep. I can't remember who it was either, but I read his book, and it was there was a lot of stories like that where it's just an amazing guy. I was a huge fan. Huge fan. I got to see I was lucky. I got to see Motorhead. It was between 9 and a dozen times. I got to see them, as often as I could see them, and I saw them 3 times in one summer. And I followed them whenever they came within, a day's drive. I'd go and see them, and just an awesome show every time.
Damn, you're almost like a deadhead, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but for Motorhead, that's I had like my big.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd sooner go see Motorhead before the Grateful Dead.
Oh,
So.
yeah, heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not even a competition.
Yeah. Motorhead always put on a good show every time I saw them, and I always hated that they were a headliner at a few shows, but they would very often be on these metal tours where they'd be touring with Sabbath, Ozzy, or like Dio or Judas Priest, and so they'd always go on like third to last or something like that, and I was just seeing a Motorhead show was always amazing, but seeing a Motorhead show at like 4 p.m. in the bright sun is just, unless you got lots of beer, it's a weird vibe, because I'd normally see them in like the nastiest, most dangerous, places.
The reason I liked them is because I guess they would technically count as like your metalhead band.
Oh, for sure.
So you had to be like an actual understanding. Like I'm not. Like I said, I am less a metalhead and just more of a fan of like their music, just because it was that good.
Yep.
But I would listen to them and I would go, and honestly, aside from Sabbath and a few other bands that they were opening for, my exact thought was, why in God's name are you opening for this band?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. For sure. I remember they opened for the most terrible rendition of Black Sabbath that I ever saw. It had Tony Martin singing, so we actually called them, I think we called them like Brown Sabbath or Gray Sabbath, because it wasn't quite black. It wasn't darkness, It was like, there's the original band members and some guy that can kind of sing. And I don't mean disrespect, but it's like, it was not the Black Sabbath I hope to headline a metal tour. But like, I saw Motorhead. They came to my hometown in St. Catharines in 1993, and they opened up with Tiamat and Brown Sabbath.
Really?
It was, and they played under a tent outside. And it was the most epic show, man. I'll never forget it. It was the fact that they came to no one ever came to St. Catharines. We didn't even have a proper venue. So this was like across, out kind of more in the country, like on the other side of the canal. And it was kind of like, basically like a, kind of like a, what do you call it? Like a flea market, like an outdoor flea market kind of that had been converted into a big giant circus tent style concert. And man, it was something else.
I mean, some of those are like usually the best shows, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like it's pretty much just left to the performer to be good. Like no real special effort needs to be done for them. It's just like, give me a place to sing, and that's my word.
There's no pyro at this show, so make it good, guys. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got to see them a bunch of times. It was all awesome.
Oh man, I'm feeling left out.
I mean, if you want, we can talk about Depeche Mode.
You were talking wrestling. I did go to one show, but I never did much as far as wrestling.
Hey, Carl, if it makes you feel better, we'll talk about Depeche Mode for you.
They'll be dogging Depeche Mode now. Come on.
Yeah, my wife will get mad at you. She'll be down here going, "What?"
I mean, I know I'm talking crap about them, but I did buy every single Depeche Mode album that came out. Because let's face it, we all went through that phase.
For sure, absolutely. I had my first rock concert T-shirt was a Duran Duran shirt, man. Mm-hmm. My brother had the Twisted Sister shirt. I had the Duran Duran shirt.
Mike, I didn't want you to go that far. To you, that's uncalled. There ain't no need for that kind of talk. I know we get a little saucy on here.
People are fessing up to amazing shit right now.
I feel like I can be honest with you guys. What can I say?
This is not a safe space. No, there is, because I ended up finding I mean, obviously, I'm sure everyone had that giant book of CD sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I found my old one. I went through it. Goes, good God Almighty! Half these songs are good. Half these songs are like, I bought these because I like the girl.
Yeah.
But then there's like those bands that broke up after the first album dropped. It's like, damn, I wish they made more music.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel like I was lucky. Like after high school, I kind of got into the more like the local independent music scene. Just like, and I felt we had some really amazing bands that like local bands that I don't know if any of them ever really went anywhere, but I thought they could have gone anywhere they wanted. Like they were just unique, and it was before, I don't know, it was like 94, 96, like in that kind of range, and there was just amazing music, and I was like, why isn't the whole world listening to this, you know?
I mean, between 95 to 2000, there was some real good music in that 5-year span.
Oh yeah, Danzig. I never got to see Danzig, man. Oh, you saw Danzig and Motorhead together, Alicia? That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be a good. Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
I think the last one I saw, I did see Motorhead and the Misfits together.
Oh, nice.
That was an insane. It was in. I feel like it was in DC.
Dang.
And I had always liked the Misfits, but they were kind of a random like.
It just depended on what version. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember this particular version was really great. And I went, yeah, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently I found out they are literally not a good production band. It's like you need to see them live because their music in a studio is not good.
Really?
Well, it's not really their fault. It's like Stefan said, they have a lot of different variations, and if you get like some random one, you won't get that same tune. However, 9 times out of 10, if you go see a show, that's going to be their A team, or at least the team that didn't get into a fight with everyone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I got a few Misfits records, like some of their earlier ones, and I just really enjoy them still. Like Walk Among Us is still one of my favorite little like 40-minute escapes. Yeah, it's a great little record. My iTunes player thinks I love Danzig, and I do, but it plays it an awful lot. And Erica's always like, "Really, more Danzig?" And I'm like, "I'm not in control, man. It's just playing the Danzig."
There's only one song I can hear over and over again. We all know what that song is.
Yeah.
Now there's Glenn Danzig. There's a character.
Oh yeah. You guys ever seen that Henry and Glenn comic book that came out?
Why would you bring that up in this good space? Why would you choose violence today?
I gotta say the drawings just filled me with so much joy. I don't know why, but there's something about the drawings that I never read the comic, but my God, the drawings just made me happy. I'm not really sure what it twigged in me that made me so happy, but just seeing tiny little Glenn Danzig on the back of a motorcycle being driven by Henry Rollins was just something, man. I don't know.
That was such a weird choice. Man.
It was so strange. I know.
Murray says he actually has that book.
Oh,
of course he does. If anybody in the group does, Murray would have that one. Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, Murray. Thoughts and prayers. God.
Stefan, I was just taking a moment to look at that hair. You look like, I don't know, like an older Kip Winger. Guess what you kind of got.
Whoa, why you gotta be such a dick, man? Out of all the lead singers you could have gone with, you go with fucking Kip Winger. The Matt Gates of rock and roll band singers.
Jesus.
I see Chad made a comment about Rob Zombie live. I gotta say, I only saw Rob Zombie live once. It was actually with White Zombie, and it was supposed to be Pantera opening for White Zombie, I think, and then they decided to flip it because it was at the end of the tour and Zombie's voice was gone. And he actually started the song and did Thunder Kiss 65 and all that stuff. And then he just stopped the show and said, my voice is gone, guys, so I'm apologizing. But tonight you just have an entire night with Pantera, which all of us were very, very happy about. So that was,
oh, no.
That was an epic show. That was a wicked show. I was there with my buddies Jevin and Manik, and man, what a show that was. That was so crazy. And it was just and they were just drinking whiskey on stage with they had that guy Mad Dog that would come out to the shows sometimes, and he does shots of whiskey up his nose. Like, oh man, the guy was a monster. But
I don't
keep it classy.
Just how do you get to that point?
Exactly. Yeah,
you know?
What's going on in your life? And you go, this whiskey's good, but you know what's going to make it great? If I snort it like a rail.
Now, do not get me wrong. I am not promoting this. I can understand why you would do cocaine. I'm not saying it's right, but how do you get to how does your addiction go? You know what? I'm snorting whiskey.
Yeah.
There is just not enough membrane absorption through my mouth. I'm just going to use my nose.
Yeah, I feel like that would be an actual death sentence for me to try to do a shot of whiskey up my nose. I don't I don't think I would pass. I would make it.
I almost drowned every time I do a neti pot. I'm not sure how they could do whiskey.
Oh God, I could never do those. Yeah, God, ugh.
All right, so hey, let's. Oh, hey,
or
Taste the
Alicia.
Rainbow. What's going on here?
Yeah, I miss Pantera too, Rob. Yeah, you were at that show too. Man, that was a crazy show.
Carl was showing off part of his payment that he got this week. He got his box of M&Ms from Alicia.
Oh,
nice.
All right, so let's do that'll be a hard segue into Carl's auction.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Carl's eating his M&Ms.
Yeah. So, what we got here with Carl's piece is. Oh yeah, sorry, it took me a second. So this is a. Now I want to call it an homage, but it's just his own version of the Thing, like John Carpenter's Thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And basically trying to show people if you're going to do a prequel, this is how you do the monster, not none of that CG bullshit. So it's a 11 by 17 original piece, ink, right? And we're going to start the bid on this one a little bit bigger because of all that work that was going into it. We're going to start at $100, and we'll do it for 10 minutes, per usual. And let's go. Did everybody leave their art boards or something? Like all of a sudden,
I was looking
no
to see the
art's
piece
being
of art
done.
come on screen, but I didn't see it come on screen.
Yeah, I've still got Skype open here, so I can't actually see it on mine. I gotta find the video.
I have it. It looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Eric Paris just jumped in at 150.
Oh,
We got here with Carl.
Sorry.
that is a bold move.
Oh man, Carl, that is nuts.
Carl, when did you draw that?
That's probably 2 years ago now. It's like one of those things where I'm going, I'm going to draw this shit for myself.
Yeah, 'cause I remember we had the conversation about how piece of shit the new Thing movie was, and Rail realized it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I remember the because I showed you the piece that Mike did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to dig that
I'm
off the
thinking
wall.
Mike
there.
could do some badass thing stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah. And it was the whole. This is what this person can do, and Carl.
Yeah, and then I had to haul off and go, yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to show you the stuff Hugh's showing me with the pound.
Oh man, I bet.
Oh,
See, you gotta watch Stefano, okay? because I figure Hugh's at least watching this. He's really good at tweaking your ego and making you haul off and go, "Oh yeah, watch this." So,
Really, Stefan? No.
Stefan's a bad man.
Uh,
Whenever he wanted me to like really hit the throttle, he'd show me some really cool stuff by somebody else,
Yep.
and I'd get that whole jealous girl thing going. Or, wait a minute, no.
That's a state I perpetually live in, so I know the state well. Yeah.
Like a woman.
No, my hair's prettier. Stop that.
First of all, that's not unfair to those of us who have no hair.
oh, but you got that sexy dome going though.
I do actually. I got that Yul Brenner, Michael Jordan look working for me.
And it makes it really easy when I have to isolate you for images and take out the background. So much.
So you said Philip's Photoshop friendly?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love working on bald people in Photoshop. It's so much easier. I think Justin got shook. He's leaving.
Uh-oh.
You came to the wrong live stream if you're sensitive, buddy. Come on. So yeah, we were torn on which piece to throw up for Carl because he had this really cool giant, like a D&D giant type character. But I was like, no, for the 80s we got to go with the thing.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind a D&D run.
So what?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a D&D run.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do that. I mean, yeah, we've got. Once I figure out when Justin's moving, we're gonna be doing like heavy themed nights because we got the My Little Pony night that we're gonna do.
I love it.
That one might actually be a star-studded night because everybody hears like, oh, I want to do that. I'm like, okay, we got a limited real estate we can put on screen, but fuck it. We may just reorganize and just have everybody there, and anybody wants to do a My Little Pony that night, let's just fucking go.
We'll make it the Shit Show Edition 3.
Oh, it'll be a month long of shit show. When Justin has to travel. Then at that point it's just me here, and and you see how well it goes right now.
Like clockwork.
Oh yeah, it's so smooth.
It's fabulous, man.
Justin dressing up as a brony. No, that's why he's not going to do that show. And I will not be dressing up as a brony. I commit, but I don't commit.
I mean, seriously, what kind of dedication do you have to this work, man?
That I think is where I draw the line.
Oh, now you have standards.
Well, I'll put it out this way: I'm not buying a brony costume to wear. But if a brony costume shows up at my house, I will wear a brony costume.
I will literally talk to some people for that. I don't think you understand the level of perverse petty that lives in my heart.
And I'm the one most likely to go to jail. Thanks, Alicia.
Yes, because I have no intention of getting caught. It's said by every criminal.
So yeah, like I said, if it shows up, I'll be, obligated to wear it, and I'll do it with pride. But I'm not spending the money to get a brony outfit. That's all.
Yeah, Alicia is on Amazon right now.
Exactly. Alicia will never fail us.
Do not say
she
this kind
actually
of
put out
shit
there she
around
was
that
glad that I
girl.
wasn't
She
gonna be a
will
brony.
haul off and do it. I give her props. She will go there.
No, she's actually one saying, no. No, she's on my side on that one. Oh wait, no,
She's trying to fool you.
Yep,
Is she
you're right.
though?
She just called it out. She's like, shush. I'm guessing she and Murray are getting together to find the best one.
I love it.
But if it shows up, I'll wear it. Yeah, I have zero shame if it hasn't been painfully obvious by now.
This show's being recorded because obviously, if it does show up, no reneging.
Oh no, I wouldn't. Oh, dude, not
No, no.
wearing today.
See, that's why I don't say shit like this.
Yeah, I got no problem with it. I find it fun. Oh, except for the hair that's falling in my mouth. God damn it.
First of all,
How do people
you're the
long hair
re-
do this?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course you do.
I can't help you.
Oh shit.
I mean, that passion is what got Sharknado made.
Say what?
That's the passion that got Sharknado made.
God damn it.
And I am not ashamed to admit, I saw all of them.
Yeah, Erica and I binged them once we got onto that. We were just like going through like how bad does it get kind of moments, and man, yeah.
I
Well, aren't they
can't
time
now-
traveling in 5?
yes.
Oh.
There is a part of me that respects that series because someone had a dream and stretched it out for 5 movies.
I mean, there's enough stoned people on late at night that are gonna watch that shit. They're doing the Adult Swim model, but with a bigger budget. I won't say a real budget, but a bigger budget.
I mean, it's the reason why we will always have Tara Reid in our back pocket.
Yep.
Oh, poor Tara Reid.
Yeah, when they gave her the cybernetic parts, that was just a whole thing, man. That was.
No, I actually respected the shout out to Evil Dead. I mean, granted, she did have a circular saw. It's true.
Wait, didn't
So
somebody like dive in with a chainsaw and cut out or something?
Yes, that would be Ian Ziering, who
Okay.
jumped through the air and literally cut a shark in half
Nice.
while on top of a bus.
Like lengthwise, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Of course.
From
of
what
course.
I hear, he loves making those movies.
Oh, for sure,
I
man.
mean,
Well, he got
It's a-
paid more for Sharknado than Gal Gadot got for Wonder Woman.
the first, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, how
Whoa.
fucked up is that?
We will not talk about that pay disparity. That says a lot.
That's fucked up too. Yeah, I mean, going from
Yeah.
being the lead of a Sharknado movie to Wonder Woman. So we are under a minute. We're at 30 seconds, and we're still at 150 with Eric Paris.
How you doing, Eric?
Eric.
Tara Reid looks scary as hell. I actually haven't seen her in a while.
I thought she looked fine.
Yeah. But we are older, so our we are not nearly as picky as we used to be.
Speak for yourself, sir. Within me
I was
lies.
trying to help her out, but I guess it really wasn't. Yeah, never mind. All right,
I
coming
have
down the
more
last few
chance-
seconds here.
For what it's worth, I have more standards now than I did in high school.
Say what?
I have more standards now than I did in high school.
Oh yeah.
And then I just realized that's not really a good flex.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
All right, and we have sold Eric Parrish 150. Voice. Thank you, Eric.
It's a nice piece, Eric.
Thank you, fine, sir. I did a commission for him.
Oh, is he the one that got the Fantastic Four one?
Yeah.
Noise.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you mail that out already?
Not yet. I might have to pack it in with whatever everything else he's got.
Oh, I was saying, because if you have it available, can you show it on camera?
It's actually packed up.
Oh.
I can.
That would be a no then.
Uh, Yeah.
No is an acceptable answer on this show.
no.
There you go. Sorry, everybody. Carl's being selfish.
I thought I sent you that.
Oh, I saw it, but the other people haven't seen it.
So technically, you should have it.
Yeah, I sent you a nice JPEG of it.
Yeah, but I don't keep JPEGs. You send me a TIFF, I keep a TIFF. You send me a PSD, I keep PSD. Send me a JPEG, fuck that. JPEG.
Because they are beneath you. Is that
Yes,
it?
They are.
You are better than a JPEG.
Exactly.
Dare I say?
I don't.
You are.
I don't play
you
with
are.
that low
You
res
are.
shit.
You sir are a GIF.
I am a GIF.
Because choosy mothers choose Chip.
Eric, if you're listening, I ran into my friend RB White today, who was talking about how thankful he was for your support of his Kickstarter and Vampirella art and stuff like that he's doing. So very, very cool. It's cool to support. His real name is Boyan. He's a good friend of mine. He's just a solid dude and an awesome artist. So very cool of you to do that. I don't know if I got the right one for this. Yeah. And we'll make do.
Interesting. For some reason, all of a sudden, my ability to respond has been broken.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking restream. Carl, what you building there, buddy?
I'm tunneling my way out of my studio.
Okay.
All right, El Chapo.
I just need to pause for a moment here.
No, that's fine.
Mhm.
Take time. Yeah, I have to. That's weird. I have to figure that out.
Man, this sword's a pain in the arse to draw, isn't it? Holy moly.
Now you know why he was kicked out of the Thundercats.
There you go. I sent you your tips, Steph. I want you to be happy.
You have an odd shape. It's hard to draw. Get the fuck out.
Why you have a muzzle? Like, why can't you see a
You
normal
will
person?
look good in that mantelpiece. You know,
Uh-huh.
you know, the family portrait over our mantle every year. Get out.
Jogger said you was a punk.
Yeah, but somehow they kept Snarf. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
In Snarf defense, he did show up when he called him. That's the one thing you can say. Snarf was ride or die. That
Snarf
means
was-
he just didn't die.
That was one thing about the 80s, man. They always had to have that thing that ruined the cartoon, you know? Like, there was a lot of good stuff about Thundercats, but geez, like, Snarf was just, like, not one of them, you know?
Man, it was about selling them toys, man.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it was about.
yeah. You gotta have.
So
that
that's sort of
sweet,
like
sweet
Scrappy
marketing
Doo.
product.
But I don't think I know anyone who liked Snarf. That's the thing. I guess, like, I just really, I don't know. I can't think of anyone I know who I thought was, I don't know, into
But yeah,
Snarf.
yeah, every one of those cartoons had that obnoxious character.
Oh, always,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Orko.
Oh,
There was a
fucking
weird
Orko.
little elf
God.
guy on the Black Star show.
I mean, that's a question for the fans. Who'd you hate more, Orko or Snarf?
All right, there it is. Been dialed up by Philip. Who do you hate more, Orko or Snarf? Or we'll actually let you fill in the blank. Is there a third
Mhm.
wild card option coming in that we don't know about? Because I always rooted for the younger brother, the monkey, to die from carbon monoxide poisoning in the back of Mach 5.
Cheat
Every
you.
time they snuck into that trunk, man, I was hoping there'd be a fucking leak. Just they'd open it
Damn,
up
dude.
and-
Hey, I agree with Alex Toth, man. Bandit sucked.
My least favorite sidekick character from those cartoons was Deputy Fuzz from Brave Star, who was the worst character ever made.
Oof.
He was just dreadful, just a horrible character.
I remember Brave Star. That was
Brave
actually
Star
a good
was
show.
wicked. Brave
That was
Star
actually-
was a wicked show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
30-30 with Sarah Jane. Oh man,
Mhm.
that was some good stuff. 30-30. The gun Sarah Jane made the same sound effect as Optimus Prime's gun, which
Mhm.
instantly made it the most powerful thing in the show. It was just awesome. It was so great.
Sorry, I'm looking at a couple of posts going on here.
Buddy, Vince did a wicked.
So would you hate him more than Snarf or Orko? Would you put him up there? Or
Who?
oh, the guy you were mentioning. I actually never watched that cartoon, so I'm not sure who you're talking about. You're Black Star, or whatever you were saying, or Dark Star, maybe.
Brave Star.
Brave Star. See,
Brave
Never watched
Star,
it.
yeah.
That was like after I was done watching cartoons, I guess.
Oh, I was. It was the cusp for me. Yeah, I was pretty much done too. I had a little brother though, so that period of my life was extended a little bit longer. But yeah,
Is that the horse character?
30-30. Yeah, he was like the Chewbacca of the show. He was
Mhm.
the Uplaq of the show, basically.
Oh,
I mean, the thing about Brave Star was it was literally towards the end of the Saturday morning cartoons thing.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it was just like they all went away, except for Smurfs, which was 4 hours long.
Well, just blame the French.
Oh, don't misunderstand me, Rob. I think having a dog named Orko and a cat named Snarf is awesome. I think the names are cool. I just hated those characters.
Mhm.
Oh, is that? I missed Justin's comment, but if he's talking about what he's talking about, yeah, that was a pretty cool thing.
Right.
I guess I wasn't in the loop on that one. I'm not sure which cover that one is.
Oh, yeah, it's something we're doing, and I didn't even. It was just neat to get response, like a response from the publisher directly. That was kind of like, oh, really? So that was kind of nice. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about though. Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe by next week we'll know. But yeah. I just submitted some roughs for a thing, and there was a good reaction to the roughs. So
Yeah, who did call the cops? Or was that outside your window there, Mike? Or
That
no,
was
not-
that was me.
oh,
That was me.
surprised it wasn't me because it's normally me.
Living that DC life.
This nah.
All I got in my head right now while I'm drawing this is Tina Turner singing "We Don't Need Another Hero."
You can thank Stefan for that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is that reference for her sax player?
Oh, you like them oiled up, muscular sax players? Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
No,
tell the
I
truth.
like-
You
Tina
start thinking
Turner
about
in that
that. There's
outfit,
nothing else to
man.
think about. That dude was
Yeah.
stacked.
I mean, keep in mind we also have the Lost Boys.
That's
Well,
true.
he
Mike-
same guy.
Yup, Mike Capelli.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one I haven't watched in a while. That's one that deserves a watch again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always
It
Lost
still
Boys.
holds. It still holds.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
I watched
Man,
it.
I don't think I'll ever be a Corey Feldman fan, but I do love that movie.
Are you kidding me? When the two Corys ran the universe?
Yeah, this was the precursor to License to Drive, man.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
Give,
true, actually.
give credit where credit is due. The
Yeah.
Frog Brothers
Yeah,
rolling in.
but only one of the Corys was a frog.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, but I'm saying they rolled in, and from then on out, it was Corey and Corey.
Mhm.
Oh, that California video.
Oh, that was a rough period for all of us.
Actually, Leo just did a cover of that song this week.
Huh.
That Norwegian heavy metal guy does all the songs every Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are these being drawn at?
Where are these being drawn at? I guess North
Well, I'm
Carolina.
I'm west of Toronto here in Canada, so.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's in North Carolina. Philip.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying you want. I wasn't sure how pinpointed you wanted the geography. So
That's fine. No one's coming to find me. I'm actually in Silver. I am in Silver Spring, Maryland, the home of Patton Oswalt.
that's true. Yeah.
Very cool.
Because when he sings that Oarsman Dodge thing, it makes me cry. Because anyone who listens to that, anyone who's seen his stand-up knows he pulls that out at least once.
Yeah.
Once every so often, and it's just terrifying.
He's a pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually listening to Roy Wood Jr. podcast.
Yeah.
And the deep dive into this. Well, actually, he was on somebody else's podcast that I heard from his podcast. But it's called Things My Mama Told Me.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the rumor that was floating around in his world about Wesley Snipes gave Billy Blank the wrong address for the auditions for Passenger 57.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a great tale. But, and then they, were going into the Wesley Snipe history, and they read off, a few of the posts from Patton Oswalt. Because I didn't realize this. He wrote Blade Trinity.
Mm-hmm. Patton Oswalt?
Or was one of the writers, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Hear David Goyer say it. No, he didn't.
Yeah. True.
I mean,
I thought that was a Goyer joint.
According to him, it was.
Yeah. But so they were bringing that up, and I was like, oh wow, that was like such a long fucking trail to follow to get to one note that they had to bring up about Patton Oswalt. About Wesley Snipes.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love Patton Oswalt, but even I was just like, dude, what did they do to your movie? I mean, honestly, the only good thing about that we got was a Deadpool 0.5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was just that movie's so bad. And,
I still go back and look at it though. I'm not even gonna lie.
well, I've watched all three of them a few months back when it came up in our normal conversations, and Hugh brought it up, and I was like, oh man, the first one is so good if you don't listen to it, because the dialogue is so dated. It's so bad. It's awesome.
The first one.
Yeah. And then the second one, Del Toro directed, is just like, but it's a typical Del Toro problem where he comes up with the super beam that is so super until it's no longer super. It gets taken out with a flying elbow.
The thing I love about that movie the most is the fact that he got, who's it, Mike Mignola, I think, and Tim Bradstreet to do the concept work on it.
Yep.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's a hell of a squad right there just to call in for some art.
Man, that second Blade, I walked out of that movie exhausted.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, as far as just the beats per minute that you're getting with action in that movie.
I mean, visually, it's great to look at too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as you don't suffer, seizures from strobes.
Yeah.
Because that movie will give you a seizure.
I think I've only seen the first one. I don't think I can't recall the 2 or 3.
Well, the
Truth
first one
be
was
told-
Stephen Dorff, right? And
Yep.
yeah. So he was the young upstart vampire that was taking out the old guard.
Okay, yeah.
And then the second one had the super vampire that had the whole, predator
Nomak.
split thing.
Okay.
And then the third
Although-
one was just everybody shitting on Wesley Snipes until he decided he wasn't going to open his eyes anymore. That's why he's wearing sunglasses for the entire movie.
Mike, you might appreciate this. So the 3 standouts in the third one, of Blade, was Ryan Reynolds, as we all know, but also Parker Posey, who was hilarious, and the other villain involved was Triple H.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the one that he was in, right? Okay, yeah, I know. I haven't seen that one. Yeah. I did remember seeing some concept work with like some dude with a hammer or something, like a big tattooed guy with a hammer, like a.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
he
I'm
was
not
actually
even, I'm
one of
not,
the vampire hunters. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, the
I'm
blood
not.
pack.
Jessica Biel played Whistler's daughter.
Yes.
Sorry if anyone was going to watch it. That was a spoiler. My bad.
Yeah. Well, after 20 years, that little spoiler, window, it's closed. You can
That's
say
closed.
whatever you want. Yeah.
Philip, I'm literally shook, man.
What's wrong?
You spoiled that movie for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. At this point, Carl, it's on you, not on him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, no. I beam with pride because I've never seen that movie.
well, the reason I enjoyed the Blade series is that, first of all, it should not have done well, but it did.
Yeah.
And the other reason I enjoyed it is that series, the entire trilogy, literally made somewhere around 146% profit combined. And I'm like, really?
Well,
I mean, the first one. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, it struck at the perfect time. I mean, it still had that, Wesley Snipes at that point when he did the first Blade, was still just, one of the hottest action stars out there.
Yep.
And it's the first time a comic book movie was really produced seriously.
Yeah.
Well, that was the weird part. Remember, it was done by New Line Cinema, which was doing horror, so no one knew it was a comic book.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well-
ooh, vampire story.
Yeah, I mean, no one outside the comic book world really knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the vampire Pomeranian. Yes.
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 Triple H's vampire Pomeranian.
Oh shit.
That was a plan.
Uh,
I feel like that was a Goyer move, though.
yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Although, shout out to whoever said the vampire Pomeranian. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that was
forgot
from
that.
Rob Denner.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a quick beer run. I'm gonna leave it to you guys to make sure to keep the conversation going.
Find the Schlitz.
Oh, get an old Milwaukee Beast.
Exactly. Stay true to the fake mullet.
Yeah, you got those nice Blade pieces, eh? I love that series that Hugh is doing of all the Blade pieces, Blade versus. He did like Blade versus Thundar and Blade versus Conan, and like, oh yeah, he's got a whole bunch of them lined up still. I think he was kind of doing them just to kind of de-stress. I think that was his. He was just kind of doing them to chill out, and kind of like how I draw the Swamp Thing sometimes when I need to just like reset my brain. I think Hugh draws Blade. Oh yeah, the phosphorus grenades. Yeah.
Well, that was the best part of Patton Oswalt. He just made a bunch of stuff, and then he died.
Yeah.
I'm back, fellas.
Oh,
I
we
like
missed
how I
you.
managed to manufacture all those grenades in, we're talking Blade 2.
Then
Wow.
Blade lost his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and the dude from Walking Dead was in the second line
Mm-hmm.
as the POS tech guy, right?
Yep. Wait, wasn't Ron Perlman in the second one too?
Yes.
Yes.
He was one of the hunters. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Danny Jules from Red Dwarf was there.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, and shit. What was it? Jet Li? Was he?
No, he was not in it.
No. The guy who plays It Man.
Nice.
Oh, shit. I know who you're talking about. I
Yeah.
can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
He was the one in the one decent Star Wars.
Oh, Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's a stretch, but okay.
Okay.
Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yes. If we're saying comparatively, yes, Rogue One. Yeah. But if you're going to just dissect the movie on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, his character's name in the Blade movie was Snow.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the Ip Man movies. Though. I'll just watch them in that. It'll be good.
I have never seen them before. I heard they're awesome though.
Well,
Yes.
They start out awesome. And
Yes.
Okay.
as most sequels go, they progressively get, like, just become cash cow things. Like, was it the fourth one where he fights Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh my
yes. Yes.
Yeah. And, it's still an interesting enough fight, but it's just like the story to get them to that fight. It's just, as paper thin as it comes.
I mean, for what it's worth, if you just watch the first two, you're good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the first two, because the story in it and everything. And then you get to the actual really cool fight stuff, too. But a solid story through and through. But by 3 and 4, they were really, like, forcing in, like, the Bruce Lee connection like, to a point of, it was like, oh, just stop it. It's like, you're doing the
It's like, yeah.
worst
It's like, we get it.
Say what?
It was like, yes, we get it.
Yeah. We know he teaches Bruce Lee at some point,
That's kind of funny.
But yeah, the first two are totally worth the watch.
Although, speaking of Asian action stars, we were just discussing one of my favorite movies, the one starring Jet Li.
The which one?
The one.
Oh,
Right,
the one.
from-
Yeah, the one.
It is literally part of the reason I enjoyed it is because it was originally written for The Rock,
Oh, was it?
Oh wow.
and apparently they were like, I guess we could add some more nuance to this time around, right? Not to say The Rock doesn't have nuance, but
No. Well, like we talked about it, I think last week, where the first Expendables, like the only one worth watching.
yeah.
That fight scene between Dolph Lundgren and Jet Li
Mm-hmm.
is just
It's
amazing
the fight scene, yeah.
because they kicked everybody else offset except for Stallone and the camera crew,
Mm-hmm.
and the two of them, choreographed their own fight, and and they just filmed.
Well, like-
they filmed wide, so it could really be a fight. It was awesome.
Well, that was the thing, though. Dolph Lundgren is a black belt, though,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Beast, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
Sure.
what made it, such a good, scene, because you got just this monster of a man against this little guy that can just, and you got it where Jet Li is just, speed punching and everything until Dolph Lundgren gets a hold of him. Yeah, and the tide changes so quickly.
The one thing I did enjoy most about the Expendables 3, you could tell Sylvester Stallone was a little tired and feeling his age.
Yeah.
So in the entire movie, he just had all the young guys doing stuff, and then just showed up at like somewhere in the middle of the fight, throws one punch, and goes, "Ooh, I'm done."
That's a wrap.
I have to
I
admit,
mean,
I've never seen 3. I just couldn't, after how bad 2 was, I just couldn't give the cash to do 3.
I watched it because it was silly.
My only
I-
memory of watching number 1 is of Erica yelling at the screen, just like, "Come on, are you kidding me?" Like,
Yeah. That movie
I kinda
cures
respect it.
testicular cancer. I mean, that's all it does. Yeah.
Seriously, if you do not get pregnant watching that, you weren't really watching that movie.
well, I got pregnant, so
There is so much testosterone in it. There is so much testosterone in it. You're literally just like, how did I get here?
Oh shit.
That was a moment.
here's some of those dusty lines I mentioned earlier. A dried up dusty line pen.
Mm-hmm.
Those dusty lines.
Are you in the dry brush stage of your pens?
Yeah, this one's on its way out. This is the final mission of this pen, I think. But it'll give me some nice final blessings on this page, I think. We'll see.
Got to do this Kurt Russell here, man.
Ugh. So, despite how many, shall we say, questionable movies Kurt Russell does, there is never a performance I do not enjoy from him.
Oh,
I don't understand what you mean by questionable movies.
Careful,
that,
Philip.
that
You're
almost
treading on
has like a
hallowed ground,
negative
man.
sound to it, and that's just doesn't make sense. So what you're trying to say is all his movies are awesome, and you're no. I will admit there were like we were talking earlier, like Escape from L.A. was just such a bad cash grab.
I haven't seen any of those Escape From movies, man. I got to see them.
Well, just know that Escape from New York is an early '80s movie. So it's shot like an early '80s movie. So there's character development, takes time for things to happen.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're not gonna, the
Stephen's
opening
telling
sequence
you
isn't gonna
it's
be
slow.
shit blowing up. Yeah.
Escape from New York is it is a singular point in time. We just go, you know what? Yeah, I can see that being hot in the '80s. Escape from Los Angeles. It reminds me of the Michael Caine quote from Jaws 2.
Sorry, just to point you, Murray. Yeah, man.
Well, no, but you ever hear what his point? You ever hear his quote when they asked him about what he thought about Jaws 2?
Yeah.
I have.
It's he goes, have you seen Jaws 2? He goes, I have not seen it, but it paid for my house.
Oh, exactly. Yep.
So speaking of cash grab, Michael Caine, if nothing else, is practical.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I mean, yeah. I understand why it happens because like the whole reason, like if you ever get a copy of Big Trouble in Little China with the commentary,
Yeah.
watch the commentary or watch it with the commentary, like because there's just so many highlights in the commentary alone that just make it worth the watch. Like because they get to a point where Carpenter and Russell are talking about their kids being on the same hockey league and stuff like that, to where a PA actually has to come in and you hear the PA whispering, guys, we need you to talk about the movie.
And honestly, I kind of feel like if they don't have to.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like, oh yeah, sorry. So then they start talking about the movie for a little bit, and then next thing you know, they're back again talking about stuff. So they're talking about like almost every other movie that they've done, except for like when they get to like a highlight point of this one. But the reason, the reason Escape from LA came into existence was Kurt Russell keeps all of his wardrobe from his movies, and for fun, he went in and put on the Pliskin outfit, and it still fit. And so he called a Carpenter and made a joke about it still fitting, and was like, "Shit, let's do a movie." That was the origin point for Escape from LA.
Here's the thing I love about Escape from LA. The one thing I think they did brilliantly was making Bruce Campbell head of that plastic surgery thing.
Oh, that was awesome.
I was like, well, who else would do it? Hey, be right back. I'm getting a beverage.
All right, bud.
Yeah, what are you guys drinking tonight? So far, I've only had coffee.
I tried to do 80s cocktails, but goddamn, they are all disgusting. Like,
well, people were drinking old fashions in the '80s, so you're fine.
Yeah, so I mean, like I was trying to do like I did a Harvey Wallbanger earlier. It was like and then I did Amaretto Sour, and I was like, yeah, I'm just feeling my molars loosening with every drink.
Harvey Wallbangers are dangerous, man. Once a year, well, not probably so much anymore, but I remember I drank. My mom wanted to just like on her 60th birthday, she wanted to just get nailed on the Harvey Wallbanger drinks, man.
Wow.
And we were destroyed, like just destroyed. And like, man, it was just like, wow, yeah. Drinking with my mom was always fun, but like the Harvey Wallbangers thing was a whole other experience, man.
Well, you're getting vitamin C at least.
Oh yeah, it was yeah. So orange though, so sweet, so much food. Like, oh man, dangerous.
Yeah, I did a dive on to see like what were big cocktails back in the 80s, and yeah, it was all like Tequila Sunrise, Harvey Wallbanger, the Amaretto Sour, and then of course Long Island Iced Tea. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to get completely fucked up in the first hour, so let's not do the Long Island Iced Teas.
Oh man, yeah, doesn't take too many of those.
Yeah, I chose poorly with the Amaretto Sour. It was So yeah, I just switched over to IPA. But I got in a koozie, so I'm going 80s.
Nice.
Carl, what about you? I don't see your silly straw, so I'm assuming you're not drinking.
I'm considering it.
Your mic. What?
I said I'm considering it. Alicia sent me this, and I'm not sure if I can bring myself to like.
Well, you
Use
have to
it
be on
tonight.
camera if you're going to use that.
Yeah, see. So I might save it until that special time when you can help me get that Sony set up, and I can run a two camera setup. So Alicia's gonna have to wait just a minute.
But the color changes.
Well, okay. The color changes. Will change color when exposed to cold.
Seriously, you're one of those readers where you put your finger across. Okay, that's cool.
No, I'm trying to be funny, but I guess it's not working. One is pink to purple and one is blue to purple. So.
Oh, Kelly Joe thinks it's amazing and wants one. Alicia, let Kelly know where you got it.
Yeah.
Dude, your Snake Plissken's better than anything Crossfire ever did. Or Hurricane Pressure. Damn.
Thanks. I'm getting frustrated with him, but
No,
okay.
it looks good, dude.
That looks fantastic. It's a great can going there too. It's fantastic.
Well, if you've noticed, I've held off on ink and Mel because I've made life difficult. I'm going to give him that swollen left eyeball.
Nice.
So it's either going to look great or look like shit. So I don't know which.
Story of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll of the dice. The never-ending roll of the dice.
You breaking open them Fungans or the Beagles tonight? What's that noise going on there?
That's just me. I'm being special and extra.
Ah. Open up the
I might
six-pack.
have to go make a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do.
Also, did I hear someone speak ill of a tequila sunrise?
No. Just I was talking about how 80s drinks are just so sweet. 'Cause I tried starting the evening doing 80s cocktails, but I was feeling my molars just loosening from all the sugar. So I had to switch to beer. I was like, oh, I chose poorly. I went with a Harvey Wallbanger first, and then I had a Amaretto sour.
Oh.
So, because I was trying to do something I normally don't drink, because tequila is pretty much my standby.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I would never speak ill of the tequila sunrise.
Especially a properly made one.
Let's say the drink or the movie.
Oh, this is actually a question I have for Stefan. How do you feel about the young Russell Jr. being on Falcon the Winter Soldier?
Okay, so I want to punch somebody in the face for designing the helmet the way they did. and deciding we need to shoot upwards on him when he wears that helmet.
Which character is this?
He's Walker. He's USA. Going to be US agent.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I
His
know.
chin looks like he belongs on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And when that chin strap hits it, and they're shooting upwards, it looks like he has no teeth.
And then it pushes his ears out. His ears look bananas with that helmet on. Like
Yeah, that's the same. And then the ears are exposed, so it's even worse. So like you ever see like an old man who's got no teeth, so he gets that kind of gummy look with his mouth. That's what the chin strap does to him.
They were genuinely not kind to that man when they.
No, they were not. So
John Walker's such a wicked character. Like it's like, come on, what are you doing? You know?
Well, no.
Well,
he's doing the character well because.
Oh yeah, sure he is. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's having his moments where he's trying to be Cap, and he's but he realizes the shoes he's trying to fill at the same time.
Yeah.
And his sidekick Battlestar is doing his best to give him the rah-rah speeches. But then there's moments where you can just see that Walker's ready to break and snap, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that because.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He really is doing a great job at it.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
the wardrobe department fucked it up.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I'm sure they did that on purpose. That was a calculated plan right there.
Did he piss somebody off or something?
I figured they were just
John
like,
Walker,
look,
like, I mean, the character's got such a great arc, you know, such a, you know, like you literally hate him when you first meet him, and then you just kind of you watch him. It's like when Kurt Hennig went from Mr. Perfect to kind of he still was Mr. Perfect, but he kind of turned face for a while,
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
such a
it was
heel,
like
yeah.
seeing this guy who's a classic heel suddenly just being so good at being a babyface that you're like, what the hell, man? You know, it was that for me. It was like that. John Walker was like that. He was like this awesome redemption story of this character that just suddenly went from being like this hated like facsimile to like this. Yeah, you know what? He could do it. Yeah, he's good. He's Cap. I'll buy it.
Well,
I mean, they.
Oh,
Go ahead. I was just going to say they forgave him after he decided he wasn't going to be Cap and became U.S. agent
Yeah.
and moved to the West Coast.
And that's what I'm getting at. It's just another step to giving us the West Coast Adventures,
That's right.
and that's what
Yeah.
I'm excited about. Okay. who had the heavy sigh in regards to
That's
the West
usually
Coast
me,
Adventures?
but okay.
That,
Who's asking to be cut?
first of all, I literally have never enjoyed the West Coast Avengers. To use a term we use now, it really is like, hey, I'm going to Family Dollar for the Avengers.
No, that's the Great Lake Avengers. The West Coast
First of all,
Avengers.
you, sir, do not speak ill of one of the most underrated and underappreciated team of the Avengers universe. They had nothing. They are the bad news bears of the Avengers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they are the budget rental car Avengers. Yeah.
But they had Mockingbird.
No, I'm talking about the Great Lake Avengers. West Coast.
Mockingbird was in the Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh, was she in the Great Lakes?
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
man.
Was there really a Great Lakes Avengers?
Yes.
Yeah. It was Flatman,
Why?
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
Well, the reason I know that is because she was dating Hawkeye on the Avengers, but they broke up and she couldn't be with him, so she joined as team leader for the Great Lakes Avengers. And I was like,
that's
I was
all
like,
on her
how
at
did-
that point. Then that's on her.
Yeah.
She made her
I
bed
was-
at that point. But
I was literally like, how did you get here, woman?
no, West Coast Avengers are the best Avengers. I'll stand by that.
You have to.
Yeah, I mean, you got Wonder Man, you've got Solar's Vision. Two powerhouses that pretty much can't be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
The best Iron Man, the white and silver Iron Man, or the with the triangle chest. My favorite.
You mean the Iron Man that got kicked out of the actual Avengers because he was too much of an a-hole?
And your problem is what?
Just confirming.
I just want to point out that everybody loves the a-hole Iron Man that's in the movies.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And I would say they love Robert Downey Jr.
Who is playing the a-hole Iron Man?
Yeah, so it's like at this point they're not separating the fact that Iron Man's a horrible person.
Oh yeah,
But
I argued before that Iron Man is the villain of the MCU.
Yeah.
He is an awful person. But the silver and white armor, the silver red white armor is the best armor. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, loved it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That is true.
So here we got a question coming in from Barry. Who's the better team up? Like I know this one instantly. Who's the better team up? Green Arrow, Black Canary, or Hawkeye, Mockingbird?
Oh, not even a contest.
That's not even a contest right there.
Green Arrow, Black Canary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, just making sure, because otherwise this feed will end shortly.
You literally could not have one without the other. It was
Yeah.
So, but I will say this, however,
Huh.
Hawkeye and Mockingbird were a whole lot more entertaining.
Oh, yeah, agreed. Yeah. But, but I
But if
would
I'm
say that the better team up though is Green Arrow, Black Canary.
Yeah, if I'm in a fight, that's who I'm calling. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, if I want to be entertained for a dinner party, I'm going over to Hawkeye Mockingbird's place.
Yeah, it's like, when does the fight start? Soon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're just lucky World Star didn't exist when they were a couple.
Can you imagine World Star with the West Coast Avengers?
Oh my God! They would just have the camped out there every day because some shit was going down. Oh my God!
That is the best. I would actually watch World Star at that point.
Yeah.
Oh.
World Star MCU edition.
If only.
Uh huh. Someone needs to get a Disney Plus on that.
Ugh.
What was that animated series that was it was the reality show like Real World, but it was all the superheroes?
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Sure. Reality show with superheroes?
It was an animated show, but it was like a mix. It was superheroes, like sci-fi.
Mhm.
Hang on a second, I'll bring it up.
Huh.
Drawn Together because it had a great
Oh.
name.
Oh yeah, that
Such
was
a
a
great name.
that was a blast, man. I thought that was a hilarious cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking. What it would be if World Star existed during the West Coast Adventure Day.
But didn't they get in trouble because their analogs were so close? Companies were getting a little annoyed with them.
Say what?
Well, didn't Drawn Together get in trouble because even though technically it wasn't like actual superheroes, they were based on superheroes, and people were just like, a little too accurate for our taste.
Yeah, like
Oh
there
yeah,
was the
because they had like a Pikachu, obviously.
Yeah.
guy.
The only thing that was different was like the ears were bigger and the color was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a funny show though, man. I
yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
That was a great show, and that one pushed some buttons for sure. Like it didn't give a shit. It
No,
was-
not at all.
yeah.
Yeah. That was a long. 2004 to 2007.
Jesus.
Wow, that long ago. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
I wonder if that's streaming anywhere. Probably not because too many people are gonna get shook by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they did not hold back on some of those jokes.
Oh man, it was grim. It was. Yeah. Oh.
Oh no, you can watch it on Comedy Central and
Really?
Paramount
Yeah.
Plus if you got it. Oh,
Mhm.
Apple TV, you got to buy it. Fuck those guys.
Thank you.
No one likes Apple TV. No one even watches Apple TV.
I know. I got it for free for a year because of the phone I got for work, and I
Mhm.
still haven't even logged in to try and see what's on there. We got a question from Robin here. What's everyone's favorite Cree summer performance in a show?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it? I don't
Cree
get it.
Summer's a voice actress.
Oh, okay.
She used to be on a different world, but but she pretty much is almost exclusive to voice acting for cartoons.
Okay.
And honestly, you've heard her voice in everything. You just don't know it was her.
I would say probably heard it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
I mean-
yeah, okay, I know her. Yeah.
Because
Different one.
I think Rugrats is probably a lot of people's favorite, but honestly, I think oh god, what is it?
Yeah, I've never watched Rugrats, so.
God, she's done so many.
Yeah, I'm looking at her list here. Dun, dun, dun.
She's a busy girl.
It's like her and Phil Lamar honestly run that business.
Yeah. You guys watch that Primal cartoon?
Not a lot of voice acting in that.
I
No,
was about to
but-
say.
But yes, I have seen it.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, maybe go back and start watching Samurai Jack again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a lot more brutal than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm still trying to think of my favorite Cree Summers role.
Yeah, I'm looking and I'm like, damn, I'm just. It's like-
Name a
I
few.
mean-
I'm not sure I know where I know her from.
I mean, she was
She's
the
all
voice
over
of
the
Hagar.
DC stuff.
Yeah, she was the voice of Hagar in the Voltron reboot.
She-Hulk and the Incredible Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm limited because I haven't seen a lot of her stuff because the stuff she's done. It's stuff I didn't watch, like Rugrats and.
I mean, she was also in Atlantis as
Yep.
well.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, she was on Johnny Bravo, so I got to give her that.
I like that.
Oh shit! Well, no, there it is, right there. She was Foxy
Mhm.
Love and Drawn Together. I'm gonna stick with
Okay.
that then. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stick with her playing. Was it Leela? Her name in Atlantis, I think. That was right.
It's been so long since I've seen that. Oh, she was Panthera and Thundercats. I'm assuming the new
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she works. God damn.
Hmm.
Oh, nope, she's out. She did Muppet Babies. Fuck her. Done.
What?
Done. Done. Hate
Nothing's
Muppet
up to you
Babies.
like that, man.
How old is she? It must be recent Muppet Babies
Yeah,
then.
yeah. It was 2020.
Oh.
She played Skeeter,
Mm-hmm.
but still, she's tainted by the Muppet Babies.
I already know what to say to that. I mean, she was also in the Care Bears movie, so.
Oh, and I'm okay with that. It's the Muppet Babies that are, need to be destroyed and removed from everyone's memory. Hey, Mike, Dalton Coatman says, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh,
what's going
sorry.
on, man?
So yeah, she was Kita, the main character in Atlantis. That's who she played. That I liked.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite.
I'm not sure if I'm going to color this via the toy or via the cartoon. Because in the cartoon, he's all in tan and blue, but in the toy, he's red and black. I don't know. Kind of like the red and black.
Should we make it a quick poll?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll go cartoon, just because I got the right kind of paper for it. But I love that red.
Fuck y'all.
That's because Mike doesn't care about the people.
Exactly. That's just it. Fuck y'all. We ain't doing no poll. I'm just gonna do what I want.
F them people and their feelings.
I think I have the Thundercats toy here. I recently retrieved this bag of action figures from my parents' house. And, oh yeah, I got another Thundercat in here. I got Tigra's brother, Bengali.
Oh,
Blue
that's
tag.
right.
He had like a
Jerk
I
off
think he had
action?
bullwhip or something. Yeah, he had the straight, the hammer jack-off action, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was classic, not main character material.
Yeah, he showed up, I think, in the last 2 episodes of the last season, and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there
Yeah.
turning
No.
tricks on the other side of.
Thundera.
oh, and I got Monkeyin, although he's missing all his accessories, but Monkeyin was the shit.
Although Monkey, I think as a kid, I think Sly kind of creeped me out.
Oh yeah, I remember the Super Vultraman episode too, when Vultraman gets a potion
Mm-hmm.
and it's like epically strong and crazy.
Then he gets addicted. Did it turn into an addiction story? It was-
Kinda, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I mean in the 80s, and they had to.
Also, do you guys remember this? This is kind of weird. People might remember this. I barely remember this. I forgot I even had this. Remember Sectars? Sector?
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Ja-
They had like the weird, like furry puppets of spiders and insects
Yeah,
that you
they
could
rode
like
insects.
throw
Yeah,
with your
giant
hand.
insects. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, I got some Masters of the Universe.
What
Got
was it?
Mantina.
Oh god, yes.
That's
Did
wow.
you like go rob a flea market or something? Where'd you get all that shit?
No, my parents had this bag of like old, like look at this crazy Conan toy, like terrible purple pants Conan. He's got like a ripcord action. This is dreadful. Look at this terrible shit. Look at this. This is bad. Look at it, Roman helmet style, But then he's got ripcord on the back, and I don't know, his power is like. Hold on, now I'll just release it so you can see the full fury of it. There you go.
Why does Conan have purple pants?
Could be worse. He could be an Avenger.
I think it was based on the Conan cartoon series that it was in the 90s, which I actually loved because again, I was pretty starved for Conan stuff after the Conan movies ended and the live action show was not available most of the time in Canada. So like the cartoon was kind of like
no.
the only thing. But again, it had to have that classic, annoying character. He had the phoenix that lived in his shield. That
Well, the thing I loved about that cartoon was the fact that for some reason they kept bouncing around animators, and at one point I guess they got bold and they actually hired like an actual Japanese animated team, but they didn't. It wasn't a standard anime style, so basically the animation was perfectly smooth without the thing. So it was like some of the best animation they had done, and the fight scenes were incredible. And there were literally only 3 movies for that animated series that were actually done. Like I'm pretty sure it was done in Japan. But when you look at it, you could definitely tell the difference in quality of the animation.
right, yeah.
And I think you can still find them on YouTube, at least here.
Yeah, I think I watched a few of them on YouTube. Yeah, I actually because the song has some great nostalgia to it, and and it had a Vanierman as one of the characters. I always loved the Vanier characters. I always thought they were kind of cool. So they had one of his buddies there was a Vanier, and no, it had some nice little nods to like the Conan stuff. But yeah, it was just like, oh God, need more Conan.
So you got a question coming in. Rob asked, "Do you have Captain Cracker?"
Wow, that doesn't even. Wow, that's something.
I'm not sure who that is, but I've got
I don't know who that
ideas
is.
of who it could be.
Not touching that one.
Yeah, exactly. Whew.
Sectars, yeah. Do I have Captain Cracker? That rings a bell. I don't know why, but
I mean, it would stand out.
Oh, is that the White Power Ranger?
I'm just here to make art, man.
Did y'all buy a ton of Starcom, the U.S. Space Force figure when it came out?
Oh my God. Yes, I did. Yes. Dude, I don't know what the hell happened, but I saw that stupid cartoon, which honestly should not have done as well as it did. It lasted a season, and I was hooked. And I can only blame the fact that when I was a kid, and even now, I loved anything sci-fi and space-oriented. And I think that was right around the time Wing Commander was a video game.
Oh my God.
And I played that game until the wheels fell off.
Yeah.
So when I saw Space Command, I was like, well, I done.
oh yeah, the pirates, Captain.
Yes.
Did they have that stupid little spaceship thingy?
Yep. The cartoon had everything. And I guess at the time I did not know it was also a video game. Which apparently it was a ripoff of Wing Commander.
Yeah, it's a total ripoff of Wing Commander.
But man, I was all about it at the time. I was like, what? A cartoon about space? Count me in.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I like for me, all my toys growing up obviously was Star Wars and then Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had a couple of those.
Yeah, I had, pretty much that's where all my allowance went every week. I'd head out to Sears and JCPenney's and buy whatever figure I could get.
Yep.
And I'd have a fight between my Star Wars and my Battlestar Galactica.
That's the weird thing. I used to do the same thing with toys because apparently Kmart used to get all these special like the special edition toys.
Yeah.
And then
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just agreeing with what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, I kind of like bought my first comic, and all that money just went to comics instead. All of it just went like apparently I just switched one addiction for another.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually didn't get into comic books until 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had just moved from Wisconsin to Florida, and my mom made me give all of my toys away to my cousin.
Oh.
Yeah. I had every Star Wars toy from
Wow.
Star Wars and Empire, and was working on getting everything from Jedi.
I mean, if you want, we can go find your cousin right now and get that shit
Oh no! Man, I met him a few years after that later, and all the shit was just destroyed because he was significantly younger and didn't appreciate it. So he just
Oh,
took
yeah.
that shit apart, did whatever he could. Yeah,
That's where all my GI Joes went, man. I had a little younger brother, and that was it.
No.
You know.
But I met some kids in 8th grade, and they got me into comic books, and there was no looking back.
back.
Yeah.
So I remember the first comic book I read was, I forget the number. It was an Amazing Spider-Man, but it was like a fill-in issue, and the character that he was up against was Red 5. It was just some hick in a superpower suit, but I thought it was so fucking funny, and I couldn't stop laughing at it. And I was like, if this is what comic books are, I'm in. So that was
Mine was actually a lot weirder. I was a huge fan of mythology at the time, and I was in a 7-Eleven, and I saw, it's a really old book. It was done by I think it was Ron Friends. It was Thor 3. I mean, definitely after the Walt Simonson period. Because I remember having to go. I just kept going back, but it was basically Thor and Black Knight back to back fighting something. And I guess it was like Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends had drawn it, and I was just like, "Oh, that's Norse mythology. Let me read it." And then it just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was big into the Norse mythology too, so that's and the Thor, for to its credit, they did a pretty good job of touching on some of that stuff, and I loved it. It was a nice source for Thor stuff, because they didn't teach Norse mythology in high school. We got maybe 25 minutes of it in one section of our history class or something. I don't remember any kind of Norse history even that much. It was a lot of Greek and Egyptian stuff, but not so much of the Norse stuff, and that's what I wanted. So it was it worked. It's good stuff.
It was interesting reading it. But then literally probably 2 months later, I ended up finding an X-Men book and went, "Oh, my work's done."
Yeah.
Well, it was one of the things where it's Thor had the unfortunate that one had the unfortunate problem of being the Thor I enjoyed, then all of a sudden Jim Lee's X-Men came out.
Yeah.
Boom,
And
you're done.
Yeah, and I so I only had a limited amount of money, and
he was getting it all.
Jim was getting it all.
Yeah.
Can I find a way to direct deposit this to him and just be done?
Yeah, save myself the trouble.
So, Mike, I know you collected G.I. Joe, so Robin's asking, he mailed away for the customized Steel Brigade?
Oh,
Yep. I got that too, man. Yes, I did. Yep.
I'm not
That
sure
was wicked.
did you get the Sergeant Slaughter and the
William Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did have the Sergeant Slaughter, yes, but never got the Perry.
I didn't. My neighbor had the that edition of the Slaughter because it was actually different than the one that came later in Canada that year. You could buy him, and I think it was only available in Canada because I remember it came with Canadian flags on it, and it was that what was that kind of one-man tank that Slaughter had? It was something I can't remember the name what the name of it was, but it was kind of his it was like a personalized Sergeant Slaughter tank. And
hold up, let me get this straight. You had a Sergeant Slaughter with Canadian flags on it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
kind of
And
messed
my
up.
neighbor had the one that you ordered away for, and it had the American flag on it. It had totally it was the same figure, but just a different paint job. And it was pretty cool. I didn't have the William Perry though. My neighbor had that too. My neighbor had all that shit.
You know what the best part? You know what the best part about the William Perry one? You know what his weapon was?
It was a steel football
steel
and a
football.
chain.
Yeah, oh yeah, they leaned into
Just an
it real
insane
hard.
Morning Star, oh man, so good.
It was basically what was it? What do you call it? A chain. I forget what the name of the actual weapon is. But basically, it's just it's a spiked football on a chain, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I put a lot of work into that.
It's a
didn't
flail,
you?
but it's a football on the end of it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Flail ball.
I was like, y'all put a lot of work into that design, didn't you?
Yes.
And the weird part was they promised that he would be in the cartoon, and he never showed up.
He never showed up. That's true. I think there was some kind of problem, and then when they made the G.I. Joe movie, They created that I can't remember the code name they gave him, but more of a basketball player guy that they had.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I feel like there was something about that. There was like a reason. I can't remember what it was. Like
those were not exactly the most sensitive of character
No.
designs.
no.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
like
they were
Good.
they were trying. I'm going to give them that.
Oh
much.
yeah.
They were trying to be good. It just didn't work out that way.
Did not work.
Yeah. So yeah, the tank was the Triple T tank.
The triple
Ooh,
T
Triple
tank.
T
Yes, that's the one. Yep. Well, mine had Canadian flags on it.
But that honestly though, that G.I. Joe movie was amazing.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Have you heard? Did you hear about the Hasbro fallout for that because of Transformers the movie?
No.
So, I saw Transformers the movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Right. Once again, spoiler alert, kids. Optimus Prime dies in that. Fuck you, Hot Rod. I am still bitter about that. So I'm in there. Optimus Prime dies. I am bawling my eyes out because they killed Optimus Prime. Apparently, in the G.I. Joe movie, Duke is supposed to die, but after the fallout from Optimus dying, they literally did a secondary voice track where they go, Duke lived.
Yeah.
Even though they shot a snake into his heart.
Yep. Yeah, there's like a dude who just flies in at the end. He's like, by the way, guys, Duke lived. And that was
Yeah, quick little side. Hey.
I don't know. That works.
for me, that cartoon was like really crazy. I love some of the crazy Cobra Law stuff, but
Yeah.
there was one shot in that movie where they're all trying to flee. I think they're all running away from the base, the Cobra Law, like, you know, fortress or whatever. And there's a shot where Lady J is running and she falls and she hits the ground so hard. I don't know if they rotoscoped it or what, but she hits that ground with such impact, and like the Flint has to stop and help her get up.
Yeah.
But, God, like I thought, like you actually felt the physical acting of this animated character. Hits the ground so hard. It was like this really, and it was a close-up shot. Like her face like bounces off the ground. I'm like, wow, they drew this crazy thing. Like, yeah.
That one. I mean, that was actually. I saw that one. That one I did not see in the theaters. I saw that on like a random Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is amazing. Also, we got the lovely Don Johnson as the character of Falcon.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, he's
So I just want to take a step back real quick though. Are you saying you're not a Rodimus Prime guy?
no, I am not. Fuck that dude.
Okay. What about a Pork Choptimus Prime?
That's a whole other story.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
That's a different universe I'm in on. I'm down with that one.
All right, just make sure because Pork Choptimus Prime will be taking over.
At least there's an understanding of the transfer of power, and it didn't just happen out of sheer luck and stupidity.
That is true. Yeah. We called 10 other people first, but you answered, so here you go. You got the Night Court promotion.
I mean, it literally was, because at one point they gave it to Ultra Magnus, and Ultra Magnus couldn't do it. They went, can you do it, kid? It's
Yeah. Who's standing next to him? Okay. Yeah.
Was there
All right,
ever a more wooden character than Ultra Magnus, though? My God, that guy was like watching Lex Luger trying to wrestle. Like, it was like, what am I watching? You know? Horrible.
I mean, he had his purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, they killed off Ironhide, so they had to find a replacement for him. Sadly, he was not a teacher or mentor to anyone. Oh,
Crazy. Good times, though.
So
It's a good time.
Robin asked another question that I'm not sure what this is referring to because I'm guessing it is pre me watching cartoons again or post me watching. So nowhere that we all bought at least one Centurion toy, but what was the show where they told us to shoot the TV? Super.
Oh, that was
Captain Power, man.
Captain Power. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
It was one of the few shows that actually had an interactive laser gun, right? Or like something like you put on top of your television and they would stop at the end of every show. You'd have like a little scene.
Oh,
Where
okay. I
you
thought it was
would-
like someone like snuck something in there and told kids to shoot the TV or something. Okay.
No, it was like
I'm
every
totally misreading what he's asking.
every few minutes there would be like this. They would use this really like shiny. It looked like a shiny reflective kind of panel that would just show up on someone's costume, or it would show up in the background. And then you could be sitting on your couch with your blaster and like kind of. And it would ping off this this flashy kind of square or rectangle that would show up on the screen. My neighbor had that shit too. That was awesome. I used to go to his place and play with all. He actually had the GI Joe the aircraft carrier too, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Flag.
yeah, the flag. Yeah, that was intense. And he had the
That was-
coat base that came with Astro Viper and the little rocket. Like that was crazy, man.
Well, that was the thing about that toy, the Captain Power thing, because at the time that was cutting edge, but I feel like no one knew what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The toys were actually pretty cool too. I don't know if it was Kenner that made them, but they were similar to Star Wars figures, I remember. And and I believe I could be wrong, but the one character on that show, Tank, the kind of big husky guy in the team, I believe
I'll
he
say
was
pretty
one
much
of the
every
people-
show had a guy named Tank. That was
Yeah,
I really wanted the nerdy kid to be called Tank, just once.
I think he was that Sven Thorson who was in the Conan the Barbarian.
That's a friend. That is a friend of Schwarzenegger's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and to answer the question in regards to the Centurions, I had one of the toys. It was the land guy, Jake Rockwell, the land dude.
Oh yeah. Centurions. I think I actually have like half of one in here. Hold on.
Of course you did.
You sure? Are you?
Yeah,
sure?
I do.
You sure you can just go back in time and rob a
Two
kid?
pieces. Remember the Centurions? Yeah, I had this goob with this giant like brainiac foot, and he had like, I think this did like he did like this knob here did like a power action or something, a kick or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, there was Max Ray, was the water guy, and then Ace McCloud was the air guy.
Ace McCloud.
Yeah.
That was the thing I enjoyed most. Their names literally were their powers.
Yeah, I was saying, talk about one-dimensional. Yeah.
I wish I had these complete, but I had some of these guys too. The Inhumanoids.
Oh,
Nice.
I
Yeah,
did
like-
not know. That's quality right there.
I mean, that's as close to a Ben Grimm action figure as you could get in Canada back when I was a kid. I wanted to paint this guy orange. Like that's where I was at with it. And then this guy, Moltar, I think, and there was like another half to this guy that was like the half that looked like the back. Yeah, just kind of crazy design. Cool cartoon in that, that like the Visionaries and that line of shit.
So you got any
Visionary
Bionic
was-
6 hidden in that bag?
Ooh.
Got a who?
Bionic 6.
No.
Did they have that? Like that? Now that's a cartoon that could use a reboot.
I don't remember that.
Sure. I mean, it could use something. I'm not sure reboot is the right answer, but
It is. It was literally the most bizarre. Like in regards to interpretations, it was like, oh god, it's like a Bionic Swiss Family Robinson.
yeah. It's like, okay, we gotta check all the boxes and make sure we got everybody covered, and then we're gonna give everybody one dimension as far as their superpower goes.
Oh my god, that was horrible. What they did to with the Asian kid.
Oh,
What his superpower was? What, like math? What,
Karate.
he's karate one.
playing the piano?
Yeah,
he
he was
was Karate
Karate
One.
One.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 'cause there were 6 of them, but yet they were all ones.
Okay. All right.
But yes, he was karate one because he's the Asian kid.
So I was like,
God.
dear God.
Yeah, it was early '90s, so they're still kind of missing the mark on the. Okay, we're trying to be inclusive, but
But it's backfiring. It's
yeah, the white son was like redheaded Irish, so straight up
What was his name? Was Sport One, wasn't
sport
it?
one. Yep.
oh boy.
Although what they did to the mom was even more horrifying. What's her name? Mother One. It's
Mother
literally
One.
her job, and I'm like, dear God, like when you go back and look at it, you just go, Man, I'm glad animation's gotten better.
Yeah, when they called her mother, yeah, it was just so bad. But yeah, I mean, like you knew what their powers were coming at you by just their names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, and Mike, to your point, they also did have an annoying character in that one as well.
Of course.
of course.
It was called Fluffy One.
Oh, good.
It was a robot gorilla.
Oh boy.
And it was spelled Fluffi, but those were the initials for what Fluffy stood for.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what it stood for.
And I forgot. Actually, the only one that wasn't the one was the black kid. He was
Yep,
IQ. He was
IQ.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody else got the one. It's like Bionic one, which was the dad, Mother one, Sport one. What was the girl?
Oh, she was Rock One.
Rock one.
Because she
yeah,
loved
'cause
rock music.
She had the guitar. And then IQ.
Wow.
Not brain one. No.
Nope.
No, telepath one.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. IQ.
Yep. It was a.
It's weirdly starting to ring a bell now. I gotta look that up again. I don't know why.
You can find the entire thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. But yeah, Ryan's right. They did have a great opening. Barry. They had a great opening video. Like the opening sequence was pretty baller.
Well, I mean, they had at the one point they actually had actual Japanese animators working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think one of the guys they had, I think he directed like real movies, like real animated movies. I just don't know what his work. I just don't know what he did.
Yeah.
But I feel like he did a lot.
But yeah, it's just that show. That fucking kills me. I forgot about IQ.
Yeah. Like the guy who created it was like one of the co-founders of like Madhouse. Which, if you know who that is, it's like when Marvel was doing those Japanese animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
Madhouse was the one they hired, and I think Madhouse did they do Vampire Hunter D? Like they did Wicked City, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Trigun. So I mean, they had a real animator.
Yeah. Yeah. The original director Osamu Dezaki, but he did Astro Boy,
that's his
Big
name.
X.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a good list to him. Lupin the Third. So,
Yeah.
So
I
that's
imagine
why-
I imagine Bionic 6 is not on his resume.
No.
Did you do Bionic 6? No, I did not. That never happened.
Yeah, you got to scroll deep. I'm sure he's on Wikipedia every day trying to remove that shit. His family's out there going, God damn it, remove that. Yeah, we got all these Lupin 3s and then Bionic 6.
Yo, he's literally got like a segment in his will. Every day, my family has to go in there and make sure Bionic 6 is not mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. Scrub the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. All right, guys. Well, we are 9:45 here.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was actually an informative episode. It was less offensive the last time. It was more offensive the last time I was here.
Yeah. We'll try harder the third time. We'll see. We'll go for 2 out of 3. See if we can be more offensive. Let's see how many people can get kicked off Facebook after the next time. As we had 2, I think. So, so let's start. I think Mike looks like he's closest to being finished. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get the bidding started on Mike's piece.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'm almost done, really. Just glazing in color now over top. So.
So you hear him talking shit to you guys, right?
I know, right?
Like,
Once again,
I'm almost done. I mean, this is nothing for me. Yeah.
I mean, I did get further in my piece than I did the last time I did this, so I am fairly excited.
Oh, it's a great looking piece.
All right, so Justin, you just start. We'll do it normal. The starting at 50. We'll run this for a good 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah. And Jay's giving you shit, Carl. Carl's not close to being done. Well, in all fairness, he only started this morning. He did not start yesterday.
And as always with Carl, is quality over quantity.
Well, sorry guys. Plus,
I'm sure no one is that upset about it. They'll be okay. Everyone's seen the final products. Yeah. They know what they're gonna
Exactly.
It's always worth it. Always.
I always have a bad habit of biting off more than I could chew with this shit. Sorry.
But, I mean, you brought this on yourself. You attacked the Canadian. So, the country's rallying around Mike to give you shit as much as possible. All right,
I'm still unsettled by the fact that Canada stole Sergeant Slaughter, but that's another story for another day.
And they were probably nice about it when they did it. So.
I know, right?
Yeah, they gave the heads up and then apologized after. Yes, they did all the right things. All right, Jay jumping in with 60.
Hey, Jay. Is that Jay from Deep River?
Yeah, Jay Crawford. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right on. One day I'll get it to Deep River, and maybe I'll do that show out there. We're actually looking out there maybe for houses, Jay. If you know anyone's got like cool places to rent, or I don't know, we're looking to get out of here. So,
how far is Deep River from you?
Deep River's a little closer to Erica's parents, who are just in Chelsea in Quebec there. So it's a little closer to the Ottawa area than we are right now. It's probably a good 5 or 6 hours away from where we are. But, yeah, it's far away from here, which would be awesome. So,
wow.
All right, well, Barry brought it in at 75, and then Jeremy devalued it at 65. So we're going to keep it at 75. Jeremy's trying to barter.
That is some Jedi mind trickery right there. Oh, hey, Mike, you can probably answer this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on Reddit. God help me. There is a story about Canada and Denmark fighting over a piece of land, but apparently the way the war works is each country will literally leave a bottle of whiskey on the island, and then they will. But the war basically consists of them just replacing each other's whiskeys with their own.
I think so. Yes, yeah, I'm not well versed on that story, but it does sound familiar. I'm not sure where I would have heard that, but yeah, I don't know. That sounds kind of familiar, actually. Yeah, not surprising.
Well, you know what your homework is now.
I have to look it up now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, here it is. Yeah, apparently it's called Hans Island. And apparently it's a disputed piece of barren, unused land that apparently Canada and Denmark are fighting over. But because it's unwanted, they basically just leave a bottle of their nation's whiskey there to discover it. But then each country will come back and replace it and go, I claim this for Denmark.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
It's literally I suppose it's literally just the most polite country resources war ever.
Yeah. So, Mike,
great.
I gotta ask, who does Groon's eyelashes there? Man? Those are,
Yeah, they're lush. They're luscious.
Those are some, yeah.
Yeah.
That's some Maybelline action going on there.
That is dreamy, I believe, is the word we're all looking for.
Yeah, he's got that come hither look before he kills you.
Hey, everybody. Put gore all over the blade of the Sword of the Omens here, so I think that'll be fun. Like, he's just butchered the whole team. Wow. Yeah. Getting a little dark.
I'm thinking he's got the best purr.
Well, it's got a muzzle. There's probably something to the muzzle. I don't know. I
mean,
I don't know why he's got a muzzle and no one else does. Like, I don't know what that means in your culture, but like, it's like the Klingons, the original series Klingons, and then you got like the next generation Klingons, and
well, he is a saber-tooth, so maybe he's like first generation Thundercat.
possibly, yeah, possibly.
Oh, hey, Mike. Speaking about that Star Trek generational change in the Klingons, did you see how Deep Space Nine explained that?
No,
I don't think so.
So they do an episode when they go back in time to specifically the episode that Kirk did with the Tribbles. Like, so Miles O'Brien looks over the wharf and goes, and like pointing to his own head. He goes, "What up with that face thing?" He goes, "Yeah, we don't talk about that." And then that's it. That's it.
That is the story for another time.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave it alone, O'Brien.
And it is never mentioned again.
Wow.
And I remember watching it going, you know what? That's the only answer that works.
Oh, that's great. No, I hadn't heard that. That's fantastic, though.
Yeah, that one was actually probably one of my favorite moments. But you know what? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? We didn't have a budget back in the '60s.
They used to go next door to the Mission Impossible set,
Mm-hmm.
and they would rifle through their dumpsters stuff, right? And because the Mission Impossible people would get like all sorts of interesting equipment, and they would pull like the styrofoam packing that was those weird shapes. The equipment came in, they would pull that out and like spray painted gold, and it would be a statue in the background.
I love it.
Well, yeah, I mean, didn't like Mission Impossible, wasn't that like one of the best, like at the time, like one of the most top rated shows? So they got all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Robin said Enterprise retconned it into a Data origin story.
Oh.
Interesting.
Was that before or after the Space Nazis? I knew that was the reaction I was going to get from Carl. Enterprise, man, that was just so dumb.
I don't think I've seen any of the new Star Wars stuff, or Star Trek stuff. I don't think I've seen.
No, this is the Scott Bakula Enterprise stuff.
Yeah.
That started out really good, and then all of a sudden they decided that, oh wait, the big bad guy's got to be time travel and space Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
And
honestly have, why? Just why?
Yeah, it just went to shit after that. I was like, oh come on.
Man, yeah, that sounds like it. I don't think I watched that show either, to be honest.
Not really anyone did.
No, that's why they're throwing everything against the wall, trying to get people interested, because no one was. I enjoyed like the first half of the first season, like because of all the Discovery stuff that they were doing.
Well, they were doing they were literally just doing the history stuff, and it's like, oh, origin story. Who doesn't love an origin story?
Yeah.
And then everyone disappeared.
Yeah. All right, so we got 80 from Jay Crawford. Jumping
nice.
Right on.
We're just coming to that 2-minute mark.
All right.
Oh, speaking of, you know what I actually watched this week and I'm very excited about?
Well,
Which again is the Blade Runner thing. I pretty much watched Blade Runner, Lady Hawk, and what was the other one? Split Second. I think it was called. It was like a Rutger Hauer retrospective all of a sudden, and I have no idea why.
I was about to say, yeah, you're doing the deep dive in the Rutger Hauer there. And Blind Fury didn't make the cut?
I did not get to
so
that
to speak.
What about that?
Your unintentional pun.
No.
Blind Fury didn't make the cut.
Oh, zing. Yeah. Okay.
I actually did. Honestly, as much as I love that movie, I always forget it exists.
Oh, no, really?
Because I still get annoyed at the fact that basically it's just a retelling of a samurai story.
Totally. I mean, but they don't shy away from it. They lean into it. They know what
do.
They're doing. They're not trying to pretend it's anything else. I mean,
Hey, a blind Rutger Hauer saving a child from a yakuza, it works.
Yeah.
And then he walks off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's either that or hobo with a shotgun.
I refuse to acknowledge that movie exists. Rutger Hauer was minding his own damn business, and these idiots came up with hobo with a shotgun. Well, and because fans are insane, they basically peer pressured Rutger Hauer to do that atrocity.
I was just about to say, you got to blame the fans on that one because it was, a joke trailer.
Yeah,
everybody lost their goddamn mind about.
Wasn't that also true for Machete? Wasn't that from like the Planet Terror or one of those?
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both were like trailers between the intermission stuff.
Right.
Yep. But Danny Trejo, he's not going to turn down a check.
No.
I
mean,
he's smart enough to know when the work comes in, you got to take it.
I mean, even he admits it. In the entire career he has, sheer luck, and he ain't gonna look down on it. He ain't gonna look down on that on that gift.
Oh, Eric Paris jumping in 95. Oh, did he get it in time? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Maybe he did. I will double check, but I do believe that.
All right.
I guess I will check as soon as we're done with this, since it's a 4 seconds apart. Yeah, I'll have to see who came in because either Eric got it at 95 or Barry got it at 120. I just got to look at the
neck and neck.
Yep, I will check.
Guys, appreciate it.
All right, thanks, you guys, making it hot at the end there.
Yeah.
We got distracted with a hobo with a shotgun, so that'll happen. That'll happen.
Not by choice.
All right. Is that your third Red Bull or is it your second Red Bull?
That would be my fourth Red Bull, sir.
Oh, goddamn. I'm surprised your camera is not just shaking.
You aren't going to bed at all tonight, man.
Yeah,
Send me to the hospital, man.
No, I actually want to get this one done, so I'm actually kind of excited about getting this finished. So
I was going to say you're going to turn into like the Blair Witch Project on your feed.
I'm hoping I eventually learn how to tap into the Speed Force to actually get this shit done faster.
Don't worry.
No
matter how fast these guys are, we'll shame them and bring Hugh in one day again. And just when they think they can finish in time, Hugh shows up and does too.
Oh, this
The only
cannot
one I put up against you would be Ken Lashley for speed because Ken's a monster and he'll come on to like a half-hour sketch battle thing if I'm on one and he'll do 3 just because he's got 3 opponents. So he'll do each of us like
that dude playing 4 chess players. He just beats all of them all of them one after the other. Boom.
Yeah, that's Mr. Lashley, man. That's how he operates. It's a thing to behold.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, he's a monster. Really, really, just an amazing artist. But yeah, he's so fast. But him and Hugh worked in the same studio for a time, so must know something about that studio. Yeah,
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Philip, you want to put yours up, or do you want to go toss to Carl first?
No, I'll give it to it. I'll let Carl finish. He looking all pretty.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish, and you know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See if I can get a better view of the whole thing for everyone. I'll do a side. It's a Big Trouble in Little China piece with Lopan and the 3 Storms.
it's so good, man.
Yeah.
11 by 17.
All right.
And an ink with a little bit of extra at some point.
All right. We're going to do the same thing again. We will start this for 10 minutes. We'll start at 50. And I'm just being Sonic because I was setting everything up. So.
Okay.
Yeah, let's add some blood to that sword.
Oh, hey, Stefan, you'll appreciate this.
What's up?
Apparently, there's an article floating around that say Falcon fans of football are apparently the drunkest and highest paying fan base in the NFL history, and on NFL game day.
They are the what?
Drunkest.
Oh, really?
Yep, beating out Philadelphia.
Well, good for
No,
them.
I don't believe that.
I will say this, like, of all the opponent stadiums I've ever been to, Atlanta was like the best one to go to. Like I rolled in wearing my Tampa gear, and I could have been the family. They were just like, go on it. Tampa got just fucking destroyed, like, because it was Tampa, and
that would be why they were nice to you.
well, yeah. But I mean, still they could have been just shitty to me and like just laugh. But they, buying me beers, just having a good time, just rolling with it. And I was like, oh, this is a good game to lose.
But it's been it's just weird. Like because I'm sitting here just going, how do you measure that?
yeah. Like how much beer gets sold, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Eric jumped in at 50.
Damn it, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, and but yeah, I you know, because I pretty much like enjoy any of the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
They all seem to know how to do a game.
They don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the game really is secondary.
We got an excuse to go out and drink it. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
you
family.
Good? You good? All right, let's do this.
You kind of have to respect that.
Yeah. Oh, Philip. Oh, hey, my buddy Philip's in here. 75 from Philip.
Oh, okay. Shout out. Wait, was it 1 L or 2 L's?
He is with 1 L.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm
He
talking
does
about.
it right. He does it right.
Nothing like a little solidarity, man. When you 1L guys.
The best part is I'm sitting here just going, if he had 2, what the fuck was I going to say?
Oh shit.
You can only take pride so far.
Oh.
Whew.
That is the only way to spell it. That's what Philip said. All right, Eric's jumping up to 85. Oh, Alicia's coming in with 100. All right.
Oh,
It's getting real now,
Alicia,
folks.
yeah,
It's
Alicia,
Big Trouble
your
in Little
Optimus,
China. I mean, come on.
Alicia, your Optimus Prime is in the mail too. That's not really true. Just in case, that kind of promise is actually got a hold to it. Because $700 is a lot for a Transformer.
Oh, Eric Paris 105. Hi, it's that Big Trouble magic.
It still is a really good movie.
Oh yeah,
And I will watch it till the wheels fall off.
I mean, it is. Yeah, like I had to watch it again today because Carl watched it last night. So I can't be outdone.
I mean, it's like you sit there and just go, Big Trouble, it's been a while. Will I still like it? And you look at it and goes, yes, I will.
Yes, I will, damn it.
Oh, it's just so good. I mean,
Steaming back.
Again, it doesn't take itself serious enough to, because like the lines it's delivering, like if it was being done in a serious movie, it would just not work at all.
No.
But when you got the main character going, if we're not back by the morning, call the president.
And the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
Yeah.
Wait, you know the thing I love most about that is apparently I forget what kind of boots he had in that movie, but apparently he bought a pair for his son as well.
Yep, they're moccasins. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're just fucking great. Yeah, because I even had the clip right here where yeah, it's just so good.
Son of a bitch must pay.
Oh man. Okay, and then the whole when they're getting ready, going down. We're just going down. Fuck it, just cuts it.
My favorite is still they drink that weird potion. They're going down. Goes, how you feeling? I'm feeling real good.
Yeah,
how about you guys?
Yeah, I feel kind of involved. Yeah, I can see kind of involved. Yeah, just making that awkward elevator ride just a little more awkward.
Which I literally said to myself, there is no way that scene should be as good as it is.
Yeah.
But here we are.
And like one of the other just small little gems in the movie is, after he kills Lopan. Spoiler alert! Sorry, people.
What?
Yeah. And he's still got the red lipstick from the kiss and everything, and he's standing there all proud of himself after it's all on the reflexes. Dang! Like he just totally forgot that his best friend's in like a fight for his life.
And he's doing those flips, just going back and forth with what's his name throwing giant pots at him.
Yeah. Oh man, so much fun.
Yes, there is a part of me that really wishes there was a sequel a couple of years later. Not now.
Yeah. I mean, it just couldn't be done right.
I mean, you really can't do that a sequel to that because it ends best as just like, oh, did Jack live?
Yeah, because if you brought Lopan back, everything that happened in the first movie would be pointless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a great Western Eastern story. You got your bad guy, your bad guy's defeated, your hero, right? Your quote unquote hero, even though he was the sidekick, rides off into the sunset. Yeah. Because then you'd have to, come back with new storms.
They really did kill everyone in that.
Yeah. I mean, it good triumphs over evil by destroying evil in that movie.
With authority.
Yeah. There's no there's no could come back. There's no Friday the 13th action going on here at all. No.
I mean, to this day, I am still annoyed by how they killed Lightning.
Oh, he does die like a bitch, doesn't he?
They drop a rock on his head.
Yeah, it was bump. Well, it's his own fault for sitting there, standing there doing 70s dancing. He's just coming down the hallway shooting lightning. Rain, he got into that awesome fight with, and that was like, and then Thunder when he kills himself. Yeah.
Which again, I don't know what that was supposed to be, and secondly, why did he blow up into salad? Because if you look at that scene when he blows up, there's not blood and gore.
Yeah, it's salad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I got no answer for that one.
I feel like it's just what's his name's sense of humor. Oh wait, no. What was Big Trouble in Little China rated? Is it PG-13?
Was it PG-13 at that time? Did we actually have PG-13 at that time?
Yeah. Yep, it was PG-13.
Okay.
That's why it couldn't be gory. So
Yeah.
he's like, well, I'm going to make it lettuce.
Yeah, and you can only have one fuck. And that's why he says fuck it. Yeah. So Linda's like rides off into the sunset even though there's a monster on his truck. Well, don't worry. Boom ruined that by turning into DJ and the Bear.
I'm glad to see you let that go. Because I'm sorry, there was a tone there, man.
Oh man, it just annoyed the shit.
16 bag.
When I saw Boom, what they were doing with the comic book, I was like, come on, absolute dog shit. Fuck.
Yeah,
Don't withhold, Stefan. Tell us how you really feel.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure I did. All right, at least you can have 110 and the candy of your choice.
Oh
Yeah.
dang.
Talking your language.
Hey,
man.
look, man. The girl's good for the candy, okay? Look.
I mean, I will go for hold on. I got to do some research because there is something I want. It is local and it's not obscure, not like Carl's.
What?
I'm just messing with you.
All right, down to the last few seconds.
Alicia, I would like Mike and Ike's.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mike
I do
and
like me
Ike's.
some Mike and Ike's.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Actually, no, I'm more of a Good and Plenty guy. Sorry, the licorice one.
Ew.
Oh, I love licorice.
I am not a licorice. I have tried. Like Twizzlers is about as far as I can go, but that does not count as licorice. I don't care what anyone says.
That's just hard.
No,
Yeah.
it's not
No, I like,
licorice.
and especially like Australian black licorice. Oh,
Mhm.
so good.
It's not real licorice unless Denmark has banned it because it's unhealthy.
All right,
mean-
looks like Alicia did get that 110 and some Mike and Ike's.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, so let's moving on to the mashup here. Well, someone seems excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
My shaky pen.
is that the technical term for it?
Yeah. All right, so we got the Snake Plissken Mad Max mashup with the character. Of course, I can't remember the character's name either from Escape. Damn it, I have to look that up.
That's not Adrian Barbeau's character, is it?
Not quite. I was trying to figure out how to put her boobs somewhere in this, but it felt wrong, so I didn't do it.
I mean, the man disagreed in the movie. Lord help him.
Well, I need to jump in this quick because Eric's already put it at 75. So let's get it. Let's get this ring rolling, folks. Eric is doing Justin's job and keeping me on track. All right, yeah. I was about to go to IMDb to figure out who the fuck it was, but Eric's like, no, we're bidding, motherfucker. Quit delaying.
All right, let's face it, Adrienne Barbeau, her job was basically to shoot people, and honestly, it was just to shoot people in the movie.
You say that was a bad thing.
Oh Lord, no! It was literally just guns. It was guns and ammo.
and excite all the 16-year-old boys.
Yeah.
She was great though. Wasn't she like? She was. It's been a while. She was Ernest Borgnine's girlfriend at the time, right?
No, Brain.
Right.
It was the dude that was making the gasoline for the.
Okay. Ernest Borgnine. There's a name I haven't said in a while.
Whenever I hear his name, I think of George Carlin's routine where he's talking about stuff people would never steal.
Yeah.
Someone also got away with my nude pictures of Ernest Borgnine.
Well, yeah, now that's going to bring me into Airheads, where one of the things that they want for the ransom is nude pictures of B. Arthur. And then, and then when Judd Nelson comes walking in as the exec, and he's walking past Steve Buscemi and Adam Sandler looking at some paper. Oh, nice photos.
I love that movie, man.
I do too. I do, but the fact that they got nude pictures of B. Arthur.
So, speaking of insane, so as much as we all like to make fun of Ernest Borgnine, apparently the man was a hustler.
Oh,
man
yeah,
was
I'm
married
making
to
fun of
6.
him. No, he's awesome.
He had like 6 wives.
Oh shit! No, I was just thinking of his acting career. No shit. Oh, okay. Well, real quick, just like we're at 1:15. Well, we're just rambling here about Ernest Borgnine being a player. The auction's going on. But go on, 6 wives.
Yeah, he had 6
What was
wives.
Stefan?
That's
Remember
why
we
he
were
had to work
talking
so
about
much.
Michael Douglas?
What? Carl,
Say it
what?
again?
Remember we were talking about Michael Douglas scoring Catherine Zeta-Jones, and you said lightning shoots out of his cock.
What?
But the one that cracks me up is apparently Ernest Borgnine was married to Ethel Merman.
Oh my God! Could you imagine what that house sounded like?
Whoa!
I'm gonna say it. They had no neighbors because the sex, if that was loud sex. Bergman, and she's like, "Oh, get it to me.
I would like to.
Give it to me."
I would like to.
Everything's coming up roses.
I would like to say this will be my last appearance on this show. Nothing made me think of Ethel Merman and Ernest Borgnine smashing loudly.
You were complaining about 30 minutes ago that this was not as offensive as last time. You know, I took that as a clue that the bar needed to be lowered. So, yes, Ernest and Ethel are smushing at the end of the show.
Oh, Jesus. Every part of me knows pain now. And I can't sleep it off because I just had 4 Red Bulls.
So yeah, you're gonna be heading out to 8chan a little later to offer up some Ethel and Ernest art.
Ethel Merman, Ernest Borgnine / fiction.
Yeah.
With accompanying art.
Oh, I'm seeing the NTF for that going off the chain. Especially.
Now that, my friend, is, and I know people have made money off of it, but that just sounds like a classic ripoff right there. But if one dude can make about $2 million off of it, good for him.
That's what I'm thinking. You digitize that up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little sparkly action to it. You got an NTF that's going to sell, boss.
Put some encryption on it to make sure it's safe.
Yo.
Fuck a BitTorrent. Not BitTorrent. Fuck a Bitcoin.
Yo, oh, shit. Oh, man. LeBron's going to be hitting me up on that one. Hey, that Ernest and Ethel thing? I'm ready to invest. Let's do this.
You know, we managed to keep it classy right up till the end.
That's right. Yeah, we are racing to the bottom, folks.
For what it's worth, LeBron does not have any love. I have no love for him because he's trying to remake House Party.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I mean, is he at least going to have Kid and Play show up?
They have replaced their Kid and Play with another twosome.
I'm out.
Nope,
I'm
so
out.
I don't know if the original team will show up on it.
Yeah, no, I'm out. If Kid and Play ain't involved, like if it's not Kid and Play's kids,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, if you're gonna do it, just do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. If Kid and Play's not in it, there's no point in doing it.
You.
Ooh. That's what I was trying to post on one of your messages this week, but it got pulled because Facebook called it for the Kid and Play music.
Really?
The two jackrabbits that you had fighting.
Oh yeah.
I edited it to the Kid and Play song because all I could see when those rabbits were fighting was the Kid and Play dancing. So Facebook pulled it for copyright. Like, God damn it.
Oh, now they have standards. I keep forgetting they have those.
So I'll send it. I'll send it to you though.
Okay.
Oh man! All right, we're at 3.5 minutes, and Tim Duncan is pulling front with 120. And Barry, no, we pretend there's a bar, but there's no bar.
There really isn't.
No.
Yeah, there's an open bar.
There is an open bar.
And that's about it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Once I get vaccinated and I am fully prepared, I'm gonna just go sit in the bar and angry drink for 365 days of being shut in.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the humble brag thing, but I did get mine this week, first one. So
Nice.
I was
Good,
stoked.
good for you.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
So I went to like the deepest, darkest, reddest part of the state because apparently they can't give it away there.
Well, because it's the nanites. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
So I got my 5G installed. I get the upgrade in 4 weeks.
Say whatever you will. I will take that. I'll take that cybernetic upgrade.
Oh shit! Yeah. I mean, I'll line it. You give me all 3 of them. I don't care. Let's.
If I could literally work my phone just by thinking about it, that's one less chore I have to do.
Yeah, I'd be good with that.
It would literally make Siri pointless.
More pointless.
Well, more so than it already is. Yes. I do enjoy the fact that 10 years, 20 years ago, we'd have been like, no, I don't want to be put into a robot or have robot stuff in me. Now I'm just like, please.
Yeah. How quickly can I get that?
Can't wait.
I'm going to take that 5G network so I am literally my own hotspot.
Oh, you've always been that.
Oh. Alicia, give my Mike and Ike's to 7. I am lying. Hell no, I want my Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, because I want good and plenty. I don't do Mike and Ike's.
Also, Alicia, do not forget to sign the box.
Oh, there you go. Nice. You know that's going to make it to his page.
Mm-hmm. Me and my brony outfit and the signed Mike and Ike's box.
Yeah, don't tease, buddy. Don't tease. If I don't see you in a brony outfit now holding Mike and Ike's, it will not be the same. I will be heartbroken and disappointed.
I will have failed everyone and things are getting sketchy.
Okay,
That's all right.
Under a minute.
Don't worry, Carl will keep me honest.
Oh man.
Can't even keep myself honest, man.
Trust me, it's much better to boss people around than ourselves. You should see me in the office.
All right, Gary, coming down to the last 30 seconds. So Tim Duncan holding strong at 120.
Nice.
Thank you, gentlemen, for tolerating me being slow again.
I believe the word is methodical.
Yes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some positive spin.
Detail oriented.
Exactly.
All right, we have 2, 1, and sold.
Well done.
All right, yeah, to Tim Duncan for 120, sir. Thank you.
That is a
Thank you,
beautiful
fine
piece.
sir.
All right, so we're only 22 minutes over, which means we're about 30 minutes early.
In our defense, we were talking a lot more than usual about substantive things. Substance.
That's right.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for doing this again tonight. Stuff looks great.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
Are you talking to us?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Yes.
The artists.
Oh,
Using that G word, I'm just,
All right, guys. Well, I am going to go get a late dinner. But thanks again for showing up. Everybody else, thank you for coming in, and thank you for giving the guys your money. And
Thank
we
you.
will see you next week.
okay. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey, take care.
Thank you.